fuck y'all find an African in my fucking family, but y'all ain't find your own genealogy? Shut the fuck up. That don't make sense, for one. Listen, y'all don't know what y'all did.
I don't feel like you standing on me.
Y'all lied on me, because y'all don't even know if that's me. And if y'all can trace that shit back to it's me, it's only 2 people in YouTube that got my information.
Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of meat. Half of this track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us honestly. You ain't a Cherokee, nope. You ain't a Chickasaw, nope. You ain't a Blackfoot, nope. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Call that apple slipping with his genealogy. Now he's a con and I ain't talking about a singer. I'm coming for the top apple leader. He ain't a teacher, he's a preacher. He can't keep up, so we leave him. Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of meat. Half of the track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us possibly. You ain't a Cherokee, no. You ain't a Chickasaw, no. You ain't a Blackfoot. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Call that apple slipping off his genealogy. Now he's a con. OTK. TKO. Now he's a con. OTK. You died. TKO genealogy.
Gentle beats.
How you think you Aboriginal when you look just like an African? Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh for the many niggas ain't even know shit. I kept trying to get this nigga to shut my screen, he wouldn't even show this shit. That nigga keep trying to play the straw man like I ain't noticing. But he out here blind as hell, but he talking about his eyes open. He think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. Call him Chicky, he don't even pop out, cheap holiday in. Like he started something, but he can't even defend. Got the apples looking at you like shit, what you on? How you gon' let Cosmo and Lucky take the decoy phones? He say fuck the apple, dodge him down, he can't stand up. He say fuck that looker shit, my nigga, he said that. Hey, you better quit lying on granny nigga shit and tell you that shit. How you got open smoke panel when you known for ducking fades? How you think you Aboriginal when you look just like an African? Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh for the many niggas ain't even know shit. I kept trying to get this nigga to shut my screen, he wouldn't even show this shit. That nigga keep trying to play the straw man like I ain't noticing. But he out here blind as hell, but he talking about his eyes open. He think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. I told him come on and show that screen, the apple you pump fake. How you got open smoke panel when you known for ducking fades?
Now serving number 51.
Culture Freedom. I just met these ladies out here in the park randomly. How many of y'all ever heard y'all had Indian in your family?
Absolutely.
Everybody heard that before, right? Where did you hear it from? Who was the person I told you?
Our grandmother.
Once again, thank you very much, lady. I appreciate it.
All right.
Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Hey yo, these apples think they it, but they not. Every time I look around, they be on TikTok. Every time I look around, they saying something pseudo, knowing it's a lie, acting like it's really true though. Harriet Tubman's real, Nat Turner is a hero. I'ma keep it a buck. Dane Calloway's a weirdo. I'ma keep it a buck. Carimio is too. The research lie, he could never tell the truth. That coward A1, he's a miss no more. Just give me a shot, I can miss no more. Just give me the rock, it's a must. I score. These apples need to see a doctor, it's for sure. And Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Hey yo, these apples think they real, but they fake. Always on YouTube, we could never get a break. All they do is cherry pick, die at their own sources. Pick the copper color, but not the hair of the horses. And DNA is not real, it's only for entertainment purposes. Can't believe how many times I heard this shit. Can't believe how many times I heard the same shit. Asking for the slave ships. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, how many times Grandma said, we got Indian in us? It's a legend. It's a family legend. Grandma said we had Indian in us. Grandma ain't say we was Indian though. Stop taking Grandma out of context, man. Stop lying on Granny, man. Cause Grandma ain't say shit, man. You said it, man. You said it, man. Stop lying on Grandma. Grandma said.
Actually, we're in the beautiful West African country of Senegal, in the capital city of Dakar. We're joined here with my beautiful wife, Kimberly. And guess what? Get ready for this. Get ready for this. Her distant cousin, Musa. He's actually a native Senegalese with a long line of family members on both his mother's and father's side. So that means that my beautiful wife, Kimberly, has roots here in Senegal.
Yo. Peace to the chat. Peace. Yo, share, like the video, y'all. Share and like the video. Peace to everybody out there. I had some shit planned I wanted to get into. I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow morning because I gotta go run and do something. But I'm gonna keep the live open. I'm gonna play a couple videos, and then if I'm back in time, I'll open the panel. But something just came up. I gotta go do something. But I'm still gonna keep the live open. Sean got the keys, so if he wanted to come up here and do whatever he want to do, he could do that. I don't know what he's doing, but I got some shit I gotta do. But we're gonna keep the live up though.
Senegal, I think that's a beautiful thing, and we're gonna actually let Musa say a few words regarding his heritage.
Wolof.
Okay, kontaan naa trop gis naa ko sama xol sedd na daal vraiment kontaan naa daal am naa mbégte gis naa sama kontaan naa. Okay.
Thank you so much, Musa. And again, as you all know, Musa does not speak English or French. He speaks his native tongue of Wolof, But we just wanted to show you this rare footage because this is a beautiful thing when an African American family member reunites. It's been 200 probably plus years with a native African that has never left these shores of the Atlantic Ocean. It's a beautiful thing. We hope this video has inspired everyone that's watching, and we hope that it gets out to many because it's really about motivating others to take those tests and to know that they can be encouraged in finding their native African cousins. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. All right. We want to thank everybody for tuning in that's watching. My name is Willie Wynn, and I'm here in the beautiful country of Uganda in East Africa. To be specific, we're in the town of Kawanda. Hey, this is a very special video that's dear to my heart because I have reunited with my native African cousins on my father's paternal side. My cousin here, Swabala, was given a test kit, and her results came back as positive with the test kit that I purchased from my great aunt Ruth Wynn, who's now deceased. She passed away about a year and a half or so after I provided her with the test kit. So this video is dedicated to my great aunt Ruth Wynn. But look, I want you all to meet my family. This ball of fresh air here, I mean, she is so amazing and so talented. Prosper, can you just introduce yourself to everybody that's watching?
Hello, my name is Prosper. I thank you to see us. Even I want to introduce my two sisters, even my cousin. Thank you.
And would you all like to just briefly introduce yourself to everybody that's watching?
Hello, I'm Swabla, and these are my siblings and my cousin Willie, and I'm really so grateful for the DNA testing, which has helped us to reunite.
Yeah, 5.5 generations away, by the way. That's not that long ago now. 5.5 generations. We're happy. Cousin?
Hi, I'm Patience. I'm glad to see my distant cousin. Thanks.
And I'm happy to see you too. This is awesome. And I want everybody also to see my cousin Stefan. So can you all trade the camera? I want Stefan to come in before we cut this thing. All right. Stefan, if you can introduce yourself to everybody that's watching as well.
My name is Steven. I'm happy because we have been reunited with our cousin Willie because of the DNA test. Thank you.
So, y'all, we appreciate you all for tuning in, everybody that's watching. Again, we're here in the East African country of Uganda. This place used to be called the Kingdom of Bakondo, and the Europeans in 1894 named it Uganda. Is that the general history of it?
Yes.
All right. So we can look at Uganda as truly the Bakongo Kingdom. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you all. Love you.
Cousin. Now, my Nigerian cousin, right? So we can see this is me cover my face. It's my cousin. We share 9 centimorgans across one segment. He's 96% Nigerian and 4% East Nigerian, East Central. So he's 100% Nigerian, basically. So parts of the conversation with my Nigerian cousin, he says he has more matches to people in the Americas. So this is me reaching out to him. I asked him where he's from. He said, I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria and an Igbo by tribe. So nice to meet him. Does he have any other cousins? He says, yes, I have 148 matches here. And I asked him about the Americas. I was wondering if you have matched to other people in America. You see, yes, I have 149 matches here. This is my cousin, like I said, Ajiro. That's a Nigerian surname, 9 centimeters across one segment. So that all that means is that we probably share the same common ancestor from somebody in the 1700s, because it's that many generations ago that's why our DNA share is so small. So 23andMe connected me to my Igbo tribe. This means some of your ancestors may have lived in it. So this is a quote. This is from this right here. So this means some of your ancestors may have lived in this area, and you may have relatives who still live there. Well, if we go back to my cousin here, they said I might find people from that area who's Igbo. And guess what? They was right. And a lot of people ask about the scientific details, and here they go right here on the Igbo connection. Highly likely match. And again, I have a cousin who is Igbo that I found through DNA. So, to the American Aboriginal community, where is the Aboriginal Americans in history? Oh.
This is very specifically for men over 30 years old.
New to my channel, welcome. This is my very first video in English, and maybe we'll have more, I don't know, but I thought it was important to make a video in English for this, because this is actually about my African American relatives, distant, very distant relatives. So a while ago, I did a DNA test with an American company, and actually, excuse me, let me give you a little summary of my background. I'm sorry. I did not, since you probably haven't watched my videos in French, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So I am from Gabon, which is a small country in Central Africa. It's actually on the western coast, but it's in the central area of Africa. So we say that it's part of the central region of Africa. I'm part of the Fang tribe, which is a tribe that exists in several countries: Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, Cameroon, and Congo. I think that's it. Yeah. There's about, I don't know, I think about 1 million of us. A while ago, like a couple of years ago, I was interested in knowing more about my, I guess my background. I mean, I kind of knew who I was, but I wanted to make sure, because, you know, you never know, and, you know, there's always family secrets. So yeah, but I was pleasantly surprised because my DNA test came back and I'm 100% African. I'm 99% from the Congo Basin area. So this comprises Cameroon, Congo, and I guess Gabon and Equatorial Guinea. It basically, this is where the Fang people, you know, where they are today. So 99% I'm from there, and 1% I am a, oh, I forgot the term they use. Ancestral African, something like that. So I looked it up, and it's basically very, very ancient African, sorry. So it's basically the Khoisans of South Africa, but also I had no idea. So they're related to Pygmies. Pygmies are mostly in the central area of Africa. So I'm either 1% Khoisan or 1% Pygmy. I don't know. But being 1% Pygmy is actually very interesting because I'm a tall girl, like I'm 5'11". So the reason why I wanted to make this video was because I remember this story that my mom used to tell us. So apparently in my family, there's like a great, I don't know how many greats, how many generations, but a great, like an ancestor. Well, not an ancestor, but a brother of an ancestor. So it's a great uncle who just disappeared one day, just vanished from the village and was never seen again. And so everybody in the family kind of agreed. I mean, that's the story we've heard. That's the story we hear today, that he was probably taken to be kidnapped, stolen, you know, to become a slave in the Americas, you know. And so we never heard from him again. But thanks to technology today, it's just amazing. So after, you know, when you get your test results, you get to see who and how many people you're related to, you know, in this country, in the United States. And I was very surprised to see that there's over 700 people I'm related to. Here are my DNA results. So I'm 99% from Cameroon, Congo, Southern Bantu peoples. This is probably, you know, the Fang tribe, because yeah, we're from, see, Gabon, Cameroon, Congo, the small Congo Brazzaville, and this tiny country here is Equatorial Guinea. So here it is. Now let's go check out my matches. All right, so I'm gonna hide the names. And there you go. I have like hundreds and hundreds of people. It's crazy. It's crazy. So most of them are African American. Some of them are Latinos, and a few are even Asian and white. And I was very surprised. And when you look at their DNA profiles, you see that they have some African ancestry. I guess they just look white or Latino. I mean, because it's probably the majority of their genes, but they do have some African genes. It's just wow. So we see a lot of people. I'm surprised. I'm like, wow. So this person, if indeed it's him, if this person was taken from my family, had a lot of descendants, and who knows, maybe there was more than one person who was taken. I don't know. Anyway, this is the one story that I know. So I thought I'd share it with you. So here goes. A lot of people. Wow. And it's like between 5th and 8th, I think, cousin, something like that. And so I guess it's between, well, it's a lot of generations, you know. So it's like at least we must have shared a great grandparents, something like that. And it's just amazing, you know. And so I try to calculate what it meant, and it probably means that this great uncle was taken probably in the first third of the 19th century, something like that. So yeah, I thought it was interesting to just talk about this and to talk about how, as an African, I was aware of slavery. Of course, we all are. You know, we have all read about it. We've all watched movies about it. But all are. As an African, I was aware of slavery. Of course, we all are. You know, we have all read about it. We've all watched movies about it. But it just feels so distant, you know. And of course, I have a lot of compassion for the people who were taken, the people who now descend from those people who were taken. Like, we come from the same people, we don't really know each other, you know, and it's just so sad. It's just so sad. But now, having taken this test and having seen that I'm related to all those people, it's just very wow. It's an eye opener. I mean, I'm shocked. Well, not really shocked. I mean, it's not really that surprising, but it's just it's sad. I'm sad. I'm sad for him. I'm sad for the great uncle who was kidnapped and who never saw his family again. I don't even know what to say. I mean, yeah. I'm sad that I'm really sad that this happened, and I don't know. I guess my story is just about how, you know, we may think we're all different, you know, because, you know, we come from different places, but really we all know we have common ancestors. And so maybe we should just try to work on our differences and just try to, you know, get acquainted more, you know, get to know each other more, because we all are from the same family. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Mic check, mic check. Hi, Sam. Peace to everybody in the building. Peace, peace. Mic check, mic check. How I sound, y'all? Am I good? Somebody tell me something. All right, thank you. Good looking, Ava. All right, so we here. You see the question of the day. Is Albert Perry A00 lineage from America? So, you know, this is one of Abo's talking points, right? That, I mean, it's clear in all the reading that you do about Albert Perry. Oh, Smoke Singer, you a clown. All the reading you do about, oh, my bad. Hold on, let me stop. Once again, Tunde, shout out for the super chat. Definitely appreciate you. You definitely support. Appreciate that. Shout out to Q Black for the super chat. He said these apples have nothing like this to prove their claims. No, they don't. They have nothing that backs anything. It's just you know, at least the Christians, they got a Bible. The Abos don't have that. They just got a bunch of YouTube videos with no sources. Right? But shout out to everybody. Peace to the chat. Share, like the video. Send this to your favorite Abo. But let's get to it. We're talking about Albert Perry. And the Abels, they like to say that Albert Perry's lineage is from America because he happened to live in South Carolina. Well, they say he was born in America also. But that's not true at all. So we're going to attack some of their talking points and just go over some stuff. Some stuff you probably seen. I got something I think a lot of people might not have seen. I know the Abels haven't seen, but let's get into it. So
in a particular location, like A00, for instance, they have not found any form of A00 in Africa amongst the bones, amongst the people, in archaeology, nothing. They haven't found A00 in Africa, but they have labeled A00 to come out of Africa. So when they find the genetic haplogroups that are closest to A00 outside of Africa, they say they still are out of Africa because we say it's out of Africa. So that's where the problem really lies when you're basing it based on haplogroups that they're giving, maps that they're giving, when they're not actually giving accurate depictions of the migration patterns. And really, we can't even dive into having accurate depiction of the migration patterns until we utilize DNA in the way that it's meant to, meaning as a genealogy test.
So I wanted to let her get it all out. You hear her say that they haven't got it from any bones and things like that. Let's say it again.
They have not found any form of A00 in Africa amongst the bones, amongst the people. A00 in Africa amongst the bones, amongst the.
Said amongst the bones, amongst the people. So we understand that she likes to freestyle, right? She likes to repeat things that she hears from other people, but they really just don't know. So this is a paper, you can get it. I'll put the link in the description, right? Ancient West African Forages in Context of African Population History. All right, this came out in 2020. I said the link is in the description. Let's just go down to the abstract real quick. Mind you, she said, hasn't been found in the bones. It said, we generated genome-wide DNA data from 4 children buried roughly 8,000 and 3,000 years ago. Here you go, hardline boss. At Shumlanka, Cameroon, one of the earliest archaeological sites within the probable homeland of the Bantu languages. One individual carried a deeply divergent Y chromosome haplogroup A00, which is found today almost exclusively in the same region. However, all 4 individuals' genome-wide ancestry profiles are most similar to West Central African hunter-gatherers, implying that the present-day population in Western Cameroon, as well as Bantu speakers across the continent, are not descended substantially from the population represented by these 4 people. We infer an African-wide phylogeny that features widespread admixture and 3 prominent radiations, including one giving rise to at least 4 major lineages deep in the history of modern humans. So again, they found 8,000 and 3,000 year old bodies of 4 children, and one of the children was carrying the A00. So we heard her say that they haven't found it in the bones. So we have scientific papers
found
saying
any
otherwise.
Form of A00 in Africa amongst the bones, amongst any form of A00 in Africa amongst the bones.
So we see right away that she doesn't know what she's talking about. So let's go to the next one. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. We're gonna do this quick, get in and out. Right. So the next point we got Ali. Right. And he acts like he's the Albert Perry specialist. Hardline boss, chill out. You're gonna see a lot more. This is just the beginning. Trust me, this is just the beginning. Right. I just gotta show some examples of the claims. And We can get right to it. Oh shit, my bad. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second, 1 second. Oh, not yet, not yet. Hold on. All right, let's go to. I can't do both at the same time. Let's go back to Ali Muhammad. So let's just listen to his claim for a minute.
So anyway, let's share the screen. You asked to see the family line in the United States of America that has the oldest DNA. Now, this is Albert Perry, right? Where was he born? In Florida. And he was born in Florida in 1816. But the problem with that is Florida was Indian country at the time. And so this is his name. I'm pretty sure you know, you're familiar with Albert Perry. If you're not, you need to go look it up. This is a part of his family line and one of his grandsons. So let's go and we can find that these people. All right. John Clyde. This is him on the census. Albert Perry right here. All right. 1880 census. He was never listed as a slave, like Jabari tried to say. Let's get it up close.
So they love saying that, right? So slavery is ended at 1880. You don't see Albert Perry pop up on any records until 1870, which is going to only mean one thing. He was enslaved in America. That's why they have no records of him. But guess what? We can't talk to Albert Perry. So, but we do know what his family say, and I'm going to show you what his family says about that in a little bit. But these guys, they keep trying to just hijack the history, making up their own things, come with their own conclusions, especially this guy, Ali. He's one of the best at it. And he doesn't have anything to support it. He's showing an 1880 census saying, or 1870 census say, look, he wasn't a slave. Well, slavery was over at that time, buddy. Nice try.
Albert Perry and his family. You see Clyde right there, C-L-Y-D-E. Clyde was just right here. That's Clyde Perry, right? They all were from Florida and South Carolina. Now let's do a cross.
Now he just showed Clyde Perry. So how the story of Albert Perry is, the descendants of Albert Perry through Clyde Perry did a DNA test. His family was a member of his family who was in the genealogy, and she's the one that put everything together. But again, he's going to show this graph. Let's just hear what he says about this.
Cross comparison between the S&Ps for Perry's family and the Africans. Here it is right in your face, bro. They don't have the same haplogroup, bro. Go find.
So again, that's not true. Let's go to the paper he got that screenshot from, right? So also the link for this paper is in the description. This paper, now mind you, the screenshot he got that from is from this paper that's titled Rare African Y-DNA Haplogroup A00 Sprouts New Branches. This is where he got this screenshot from. It comes from that paper. So already, you're doing bad, Ali. I showed this the other night, but we was going over some other stuff. I wanted to focus on Albert Perry tonight. So this is the screenshot. This is the screenshot from the paper that's titled African Haplogroup, right? And it's not saying anything that he's saying. It's actually showing the descendancy, how these things all line up, right? Now, this is something he didn't want to show you, how they actually have it lined up. They have Albert Perry here. well, Albert Perry's grandson, the one that took the test, because Albert Perry never took the test. Two of his, one of his great grandson and a great great grandson and a great 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 grandson took the test. And you see how we get A00 here, and it comes off. And mind you, have somebody who they found was older. That the ancient individual from Sri Lanka, that's one of those 8,000 or 3,000-year-old bodies. They tested for A00 that was older than Albert Perry. So this is how it comes off. It comes off a Y haplogroup, the hypothetical Y atom. You got the AL 1090 that splits. That becomes a Khoisan, and the rest of the people that leave Africa and go and populate the world. Then you have that ancient individual from the paper I showed you earlier with the A00 group. This is where they come off the A00. So this one's a little bit older. And then off of this, you have the Cameroon, who has an older mutation. Another man from Cameroon has an older mutation. Then you have the great grandsons of Albert Perry. But he didn't want to show you that. Oh, shit, I'm not even showing it. So, yeah, as you can see, my bad, I wasn't showing it. As you can see, the grandsons of Albert Perry, they come off that Cameroon line. There's no denying it. But when you get somebody like Ali who just shows you screenshots from papers, right? This is the screenshot, and they're telling you that we can just read what it says, because so few men have tested and fallen into the line, the dark blue equivalent SNPs reach far back in time. As more men test, this will eventually be broken into individual branches. The men who carry these important SNPs or SNPs and their branching information will either be men from Africa or the diaspora. I would like to thank the Perry family for continuing the contributions to science. So speaking of that, let's go to the Albert Perry family. All right, this is from, let me say, fair use. Right, this is for entertainment purposes only. Well, teaching purposes only. Sorry. Right, fair use. Let me get my fair use banner. Right, we over here combating disinformation. So let's go to the Albert Perry family.
The story has just gotten more intriguing thanks to amateur genealogist Jacqueline Johnson.
So this is Jacqueline Johnson. This is the geneticist, the family geneticist of that Albert Perry line, and the reason we even know about Albert Perry today. You never hear the Abos talk about it because they don't know about it. Right? This is an old documentary. I forget what year it came out, but I had seen this a while ago, and I've been trying to figure out a way to get it to you because you can't. It's on PBS on Prime, so you can't screen share. It'll just go black. Right? So I was finally able to screen record it. I wanted to share it with y'all. So this is Jacqueline Johnson, Albert Perry's descendant. Let's hear what the family says.
She's fascinated by her great-great-grandfather, Albert Perry, who appears on the 1870 census as a freed slave in South Carolina.
He's 43 listed on here, so that means he was born about 1827. And there's my great-grandfather, Clyde, at the age of 3, a toddler. This is the first major census that slaves were included on, with the last names.
So she has no problem calling him an ex-slave. So why are people lying about this? This is the family genealogist. Yeah, I don't know nothing about his family.
To that, it was mostly recognized as somebody's property.
Johnson has been able to trace her roots back 5 generations, but she can't find any records before 1870.
This is our family tree. This is myself, my mother, my grandmother, and this is.
So you see, she's done the genealogy. We're not gonna play around, right? Just like y'all be out here fronting like y'all, even though we prove y'all time and time again, y'all don't do genealogy. She's done it. Stop crying about it.
My great-great-grandfather, Albert Perry. It's frustrating that you can't go back any further than him because, you know, people just didn't pop up and start existing in 1870. You know, they were alive before.
You hear that? So, Abos, all them deadlines y'all have that stop at 1870. Let's stop playing like you can't imply that those persons or those people that you can't find out about, because I know you got a lot of them. Because you only talk about that one line that leads to a white man in the 1500s. Those people were enslaved. That's why you can't find them before that. It's called the brick wall for a reason.
And so where were they? They were somewhere. You know, I want to give a voice to this story. I want to find out, who is Albert Perry?
I've enlisted the help of 3 scientists who use genetic ancestry tracing in their research.
In 2006, I was watching a PBS special called African American Lives, and they were presenting DNA.
We submitted second DNA samples. These samples can then be compared to DNA samples taken from around the world.
They were showing people, okay, you were connected to this group of people in Liberia and this group of people in Nigeria. And I was like, oh, that's a way I can do it. I can actually test my own DNA and find out where we connect in Africa.
So Jacqueline Johnson, Albert Perry's great-great-great-granddaughter, she's doing all this, right? So y'all gonna tell her she's wrong, right? All the work she put into her genealogy, and when she couldn't go any further, she turned to DNA, and this is what we get: a groundbreaking history, right? Straight out of Africa. So we don't even have to play these games no more, right? Stop saying it unless you got proof. We don't want to deal with y'all feelings unless you got proof. Stop saying that Albert Perry wasn't enslaved. Stop saying that he wasn't from Africa.
To track Albert Perry's lineage, she persuaded a male cousin to provide a sample of his Y chromosome. It was tested here at Family Tree DNA. Bennett Greenspan runs the company.
When I came into work the morning that the sample had been scored the night before, the technicians were actually very excited because they said, we've seen something and we've never seen anything.
So now we know who actually sequenced the DNA. This was the lab at Family Tree. You see the guy that's head of it, right? We don't have to play all these mysterious conspiracy games. These guys have no reason to do this. To act like it has to be from Africa. It would, if they found it was from America, it would make them even more famous. I don't think y'all understand the type of shit that y'all are trying to debunk, right? Scientists want to find things like that. It's just not true.
Thing like this before. Typically, you might find 1 or 2 or 3 novel mutations, but in this sample, we found between 40 and 50 novel mutations.
40 to 50 novel mutations. So those are new mutations they've never seen before.
Which means it defines an entirely new subsection of the tree of mankind.
The Y chromosome from Jacqueline Johnson's cousin was so unusual, it was given its own name, A00. Geneticists checked thousands of other samples in their data sets, but found no one else with the same signal. Until they looked in Western Africa.
So you heard what he said. Geneticists, they looked all through their data set. So if they don't have the DNA in their database, then they can only compare to what they're comparing it to. But they turn to Africa.
The trail leads 7,000 miles from Houston to Mbeta village in western Cameroon. In 2001, there was a program to sample DNA here. When the samples were reviewed in 2000.
So y'all heard it. In 2001, they did some DNA sampling here. In 2001.
When the samples were reviewed in 2012,
they was not reviewed for 11 years. So they keep saying, oh, they didn't, why did they just all magically find it, or how, they didn't have the DNA before they found it with Albert Perry? No, they did. They collected the DNA. They've been to Cameroon. They collected it in 2001, 23 years ago. Facts, Ava. But the research and the money probably isn't there, and that's not a priority. They collected it, they got it until somebody else picks up the research, or the research gets funded more, and things like that. I actually found one of the donation pages for the guy that's about to show that that is doing the research. He's from Cameroon.
11 of the men were a match for A00.
11 of the men. So far we got 3,000, between 3,000 and 8,000 children who have A00 in Cameroon. Then they go to this village. They had samples from 2011. From 2001, excuse me. That when they ended up testing them in 2012, they found the A00 thing in there. So what do? They go back.
11 of the men were a match for A00. No one knows who they are because the tests were anonymous. But they're the only other people in the world known to have the same Y chromosome as Jacqueline Johnson's great-great-grandfather, Albert Perry. He must have lived as Jacqueline Johnson's great-great-are because the tests were anonymous. But they're 0. No one knows who they are because the tests were anonymous. But they're the only other people in the world known to have the same Y chromosome as Jacqueline Johnson's great-great-grandfather, Albert Perry.
So out of all the millions and millions of DNA tests, they're the only ones in the world to come up with it. Black Americans take them all the time, other people all around the world, and they only found it here.
He must have lived in Mbeta before being transported as a slave to the United States, carrying with him the A00Y chromosome. What's so remarkable about this chromosome is its age. By counting the number of mutations, it's been dated at 338,000 years old, which means it entered the modern human gene pool before modern humans were even thought to exist.
This sample was kind of history shattering. It was older than anything that science had ever seen in a male inherited Y chromosome.
So for the people who got hearing comprehensions, they took the samples in 2001. It wasn't sequenced, or they wasn't sequenced till 2012. That's why. So again, so they found this ancient haplogroup. They start doing more studies. They find it in Cameroon and ancient individuals. They find it in living individuals, but not in the people who are denying it's from Africa. Those people, they're not finding A00. None of the abos is coming up with A00.
And that's what made this discovery so interesting, because this made mankind actually much older than what the scientists had been theorizing for years.
Until recently, the timeline of our species seemed clear. Every man on Earth could trace his ancestry back to genetic Adam. Every woman back to genetic Eve. The earliest fossil evidence goes back 195,000 years to Homo 1. $300,000 years ago lived a forerunner of our species in Jebel Irhoud. But this Y chromosome was older than all of them. A piece of modern human DNA that was 338,000 years old. Potentially a new start date for our species.
When the results came, I was excited. Now his name is in the book. Can you imagine?
His family is happy with the result. You heard her, she's excited. Now her ancestor is in the books. Right? Made him famous. She's excited about it.
When the results came, I was excited. Now his name is in the book. Can you imagine, from a slave, unknown, kind of like somebody's property, and all of a sudden it's known around the world.
You hear the pride. Abo, stop trying to just make up your own history, man. Let's not do that.
To understand more about the A00Y chromosome, geneticists need more samples. Matthew Fomina Forca is the local researcher who did the initial sampling in Mbeta village.
He took the initial samples in 2001. Now he's going back.
I've come here because this is the Nkombo community where I collected DNA samples 12 years ago. The sample were analyzed and realized that this population has the 11 samples who belong to the A00, implying that those A00 which are found here have contributed to the beginning of humanity.
So you hear what he said. The scientists from Cameroon said these people here have contributed to the beginning of humanity. Coming out of where? Cameroon.
Those A00 which are found here have contributed to the beginning of humanity.
So we can stop saying, oh, white people say it. Nah, the Africans say it too. Y'all say the Africans don't say this. The Africans say that.
Today, we are continuing the DNA collection that has started in 2001. I am going to swab their mouth with a sterile cotton.
Unfortunately, the climate of Cameroon is too wet to preserve ancient human fossils. So DNA is the only way to find out if our species really did emerge here. But there is another possibility. Another reason for the age of the A00Y chromosome.
Now, Abos, pay attention now. You might not like this. You might not like this part, but you want to claim the A00. You can't claim half the science. You gotta claim it all.
Perhaps we inherited it from a different species of human. Although we are now the only humans on the planet, it was not always this way. For tens of thousands of years, the forests of Africa would have been shared between modern humans and archaic humans. It's been assumed there was little, if any, contact between them. But what if that assumption is wrong? What if DNA passed from one species of human to another?
There may have been archaic forms of humans that lived in Western Africa that happened upon modern populations. And this Y chromosome was introduced into the modern population through interbreeding.
Although modern humans were a distinct species, they seem to have mated with other, older species of human and picked up parts of their DNA.
That would help to explain why we found a 338,000-year-old Y chromosome in a very small pocket of humanity in Western Cameroon. For the last 100 years or so, it's been very convenient to think that humans originated in a very simple way in a Garden of Eden. But now we know from the DNA itself that matings between different forms, archaic forms, modern forms, been going on. Who knows how long that's going back in time, which in fact makes us a lot more like the rest of nature.
Something similar.
So we see what the science says, right? So when we hear them make claims like this,
A00, for instance, they have not found any form of A00 in Africa amongst the bones, amongst the people, in archaeology, nothing. They have.
we know she's just making that up. She's flat out making it up, right? And then when Ali comes on and says that it has nothing to do with Africa and he wasn't a slave, we know he's making that up. It's just that simple.
He was never listed as a slave, like Jabari tried to say.
No, Jabari doesn't say it. His great-great-granddaughter says it. His family genealogist says it. Jacqueline Johnson says it. She has a name. Jabari doesn't say it. He doesn't. We got that from his family. So we know they're lying. Remember what they always like. The Apples love to say, family knows best, right? Family knows. So what's wrong with Albert Perry's family? What's wrong with Jacqueline Johnson? She did the work. She put the work in.
Let's get it up close. Albert Perry and his family. You see Clyde right there, Clyde. Clyde was just right here. That's Clyde Perry, right? They all were from Florida and South Carolina. Now let's do a cross comparison between the S&Ps for Perry's family.
And this goes right with that sleight of hand scholarship. He shows y'all this graph, and I already showed you where the article it comes from. It comes from right here, where they're indeed talking about this thing comes from Africa. That's all they're talking about in this whole article. They even have this graph right here for you, which shows you the testing that they did in Cameroon, right? The ancient individuals that they found. And then you see Albert Perry's grandsons down here coming off of these lines, right? There's gonna be mutations. This thing is 300 something thousand years old, right? But it's just about understanding the science and understanding that Ali tried to trick y'all by showing this. This is the same chart. Like, it's just that simple. They don't have a leg to stand on. That's why they make stuff up. Well, I'm gonna open the panel for a little bit. I ain't gonna stay for too long. But pull up, pull up. We've been in here for almost an hour. We don't got to do it forever. I think I did my job. Right? Albert Perry's A00 line. It comes from an archaic human. Modern humans wasn't just modern humans around at that time. Right? But Abels ain't gonna respond to this. They're not gonna have any evidence to produce anything. Like I said, I brought you his family, right? His family genealogist said he's enslaved. So who are y'all to say he's not? Abel stopped saying he wasn't, right? That's a dark part of our history where we take the good with the bad. We're proud. We're a proud people, right? We take the good with the bad. You understand with slavery it comes that fight. And we fought to get out of it. I did presentations on how we freed ourselves. Right? You can go check out that. We freed ourselves. So this ain't no pity party, but when it comes to this DNA, when it comes to science, we know where Albert Perry fits. There's no conspiracy to try to steal it from America. A scientist would love to come along and have proof. You know what I'm saying? He made a discovery. So let me see. What, nobody want to pull up? That's how y'all doing? That's how y'all doing tonight? Let me take a little intermission. Take a little intermission. Y'all don't want to pull up on me. That's all right. We can make this nice and short. I'll be right back.
Freedom. Culture freedom. I just met these ladies out here.
Fix this. My bad, y'all. My bad.
In the park randomly. How many of y'all ever heard y'all had Indian in your family?
Absolutely.
Everybody heard that before, right? Who? Where did you hear it from? Who was the person I told you?
Our grandmother.
Once again, thank you very much, lady. I appreciate it.
All right.
Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian. Hey, yo, these apples think they it, but they not. Every time I look around, they be on TikTok. Every time I look around, they saying something pseudo. Knowing it's a lie, acting like it's really true though. Harriet Tubman's real, Nat Turner is a hero. I'ma keep it a buck, Dan Calloway's a weirdo. I'ma keep it a buck, Carinio is true. The research lie, he could never tell the truth. That coward A1, he's a miss no more. Just give me a shot, I can miss no more. Just give me the rock, it's a must, I score. These apples need to see a doctor, it's for sure. And Grandma said, I'm not an African. Grandma said, I'm an Indian.
Okay, King Kapala, what's good, bro? What's
A lot
going
of
on with you?
coincidence. Man, peace out, move. What's happening, man? What's going on, man?
Peace, bro. Same old shit, you know. Just gotta beat up this abo misinformation. You know how it go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just hold them up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the brass knuckles on and gut them out at the ribs, man.
Bro, they done, man. They can't claim Albert Perry no more. That's just it.
Nah, they tripping with the Albert Perry joint. Yeah, they didn't even read the whole thing, didn't understand it. It was a goopy in the chat asked me to look it up to find something that was before this one to find some DNA something before Albert Perry. Man, when you read and when you look it up, you read all that stuff. It was so many of them I could have pulled just the link from. I only picked one. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best one, but it still smashed the crap that this dude talking and the rest of them clowns was talking about still. It's like, why y'all didn't even read all this stuff? Y'all saying this shit and didn't even read none of the shit, none of the source. You know what I'm saying? Just straight say a whole bunch of crazy stuff without reading it. And
they listen to people like Ali and Top Cats, and whatever they say, they just repeat it. And
that's crazy.
That's all they do.
Yeah, that was all I wanted to come up here.
Yo, salute Public Enemy. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. But yeah, these apples, man, they're crazy.
Yeah,
What you said? Go ahead.
You gonna do a short joint or what?
Yeah. I ain't gonna be in too long, man. I just
I'm gonna drop back down. Yeah, but peace though. Yeah, man. Yeah. Keep this rocking for a little bit though. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Before you leave, hold on. Don't leave yet. I want you to hear this clip from Ali. I think this is the right one.
All right.
Let's see. Oh shit, that shit ain't available. And they got me. Oh, I can't even play the clip. I never took that video down or something. But it was Ali was asked about his DNA test one time. He said that basically it was mixed or some shit. But now he just be fun. But I can't play the video, so it don't even matter, man. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this short just so these people could watch that little Albert Perry presentation. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this shit can get circulated by y'all sharing it and liking the video. Leave a comment also. Yeah, let's get this out of here, man. You wanna King Kapala, you wanna say something before we get up out of here?
Nah. I come back up here next time and really pop when you got when you got time. You know, so right now, you know, so I just want everybody to stay cool, calm, collected, stay black. You know what I'm saying? Stay on their necks. You dig?
Yeah, that's a fact, man. We ain't gonna let them go, man. They got more free time than us. You know what I'm saying? Like we be doing shit. They can go live 24 hours a day. I don't know how. Shit, I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I get on here when I get a little free time. Well, we gonna make this shit happen. Well, but peace though, peace everybody out there. Lucky about to take us out. If I'm gonna play both of them. But yeah, Albert Perry, he's from Cameroon. That should be done with. You know, Apple's never rebuttal nothing. They just act like they ain't seeing when we know you seen it. We know you seen it. I be getting, 1,000. I get a decent amount of views, and it be Abos watching. Word. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. I'm gonna play these 2 songs. We out of here, man. Peace.
Gentle beats. How you think you Aboriginal when you look just like an African. Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh. For many niggas ain't even know shit. I can try to get this nigga to share my screen, he wasn't even show this shit. Then they keep trying to play the straw man like I ain't noticed. But he out here blind as hell, he talking about his eyes open. He think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and share that screen like Apple, you pump fake. Call him Chicky, he don't even pop out, Chief Holiday is. Act like he started something, but he can't even defeat. After Apple's looking at you like shit, what you on? I ain't gon' let Cosmo and Lucky take his Detroit phones. He say fuck the Apple doctor, man, don't you stand up. He say fuck that look of shit, my nigga, he's
Yo, Lucky, what's good?
What up, bro? What up?
Damn shit. Happy born day, bro.
Nah, I appreciate that, fam. That's you know what I'm saying. That's what it is, bro. That's crazy though. Bro. I thought this was like some shit you was doing right now. That shows you how relevant this shit is. Like,
Yeah. Nah, this an old one. I was gonna do it. I jumped on to do a live, but I gotta run and do something, so I can't even sit on the panel like that.
yeah, that shit
But
crazy though, bro.
I was like, fuck it, I'm about to play. I got another video too coming up after this. But yeah, I'm about to smoke these niggas tomorrow though. I was gonna smoke them tonight, but I'm gonna get up early, smoke them niggas tomorrow because they've been doing a lot of lying. Now I'm making up fake trees. Then did you see the shit with the census yesterday? You heard me? Yeah. Yo, Lucky, you can hear me? Yo, can you hear me? Damn, I don't think. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Sean P, can you hear me? Yeah, what's wrong? Why my shit can't be heard? Yo,
Talking about, yeah, we live. Don't let them on that nigga though. Don't have that
yo,
nigga asking if we live. Don't add that.
you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I can't hear you with your video.
Oh no, cause I muted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Lucky.
Lucky's still right
yeah,
there.
bro. Yeah, I thought you was playing the video. I thought my phone was fucking up, but you said you muted it. So yeah, my bad.
Nah, yeah, it's muted. I'm waiting for the next one to come on. Huh?
Sean P, you
Hold
still
on.
abroad, eh?
Huh?
You still abroad?
Nah, I'm back in the States.
Okay, you back. Okay. How that was, man? I
Yeah.
ain't never been out there.
That nigga ducking
So
that
what are
fade
these?
though. That nigga ducking that
Oh
fade
yeah,
though.
Are they
we
ounces?
gotta get that under control. We gotta
That's
He
get
what
that
I'm
under
duck
saying.
he
control.
So that's together.
ducking the fade.
Every time I ask him, he said, I'm waiting to hear back from another coincidence.
Yeah, he ducking that smoke. They all ducking that smoke, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, but what I was saying is,
Nah, he can't use not a coincidence. He can't use not a seek because I text him. I asked him to do it Wednesday. What he tell you when I say let's do it Wednesday, not a seek?
now he want to do a pay-per-view. We don't want no
So he
pay-per-views,
want to
man.
scam people. He want to scam people.
Yeah, we
Think
don't want no
about that, yo.
pay-per-views.
He want to scam
Yeah,
people, bro. It's been debated twice already. Twice. Why are you trying to scam people for the third time, bro? You already made money on the first and the second event.
word. Still trying to go on with the same shit. Not gonna show no new information. But you know, the apples, they're subjected to be scammed. They
Yeah. I
they
think he's
fall for
doing that shit on
scams.
purpose, bro, because he can get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
That's his way of getting out of debating me and saying, yo, want to do pay-per-view. Okay, nigga, let's go tomorrow. I'm ready to we can go tomorrow, Sunday, nigga. Let's get it. I know you listening.
Them type of debates we could do on the spot. Just give us a couple minutes to line the shit up. That shit ain't really hard to uh, present that information. Like, we know the history. We got the sources. That shit ain't even hard. Word.
at all, nigga. And he really listen. I'm finna just tell you this right now, nigga. He step up. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna focus on everything he say, but you best believe when I rebut, oh, it's gonna be hurtful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be hurtful because I'm on. Yeah, I mean, I don't even care if you know what I'm about to do.
He a
He
one
can't
trick
even. He
pony,
can't get
man.
around it. Yeah, he can't get around it, bro.
He a one trick pony.
He like a dude in basketball with no moves, yo. He's got that one little reverse layup.
That's it. Which one
Can't
is it?
dribble left type
Y'all been
nigga.
in straight communication this whole time, and ain't no date.
Wow,
Bro,
we've been talking, but
listen.
he's been switching shit.
Come on, man. Lucky, I've been ready every time. Not a coincidence. What have I been doing, bro? Have I not been
Been hit.
pressing the issue?
Facts. I got the receipts.
I'm like, hit
Yeah,
him
the
up,
way
tell
he
him let's go.
presented it, the way he presented it, Sean, every time I asked him, 'cause I asked him twice now. He said he's trying to get back in contact with not a coincidence. He trying to set the date up. He ready
When was
soon as
that
he
not a
get back
C?
in the state.
Bro, I've been back. I told this nigga let's rock on Wednesday, nigga. I said we
Listen,
can rock on Wednesday.
he was supposed to make that shit happen the day that he was going to the beach. When I don't know why you planned on going to the beach when you had a scheduled debate. Word. Now all of a sudden you going to the beach. And we waited around. We waited around for like 4 hours at least.
Hours, bro.
And called them and everything. He running. He tap dancing.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know if it had happened out there.
What he doing?
What his birthday?
He tap dancing. That's Lucky.
Oh yeah,
Lucky
he back
came up
dancing.
with
That's a
that.
fact.
He tap dancing.
Yo, that's wild. He bap dancing.
Whoa. So we don't believe nothing them niggas talk about, man. At all. They all
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
I don't care.
So he's selling wolf tickets on that. He's selling wolf
Big
Yeah.
ones, bro. Big
Damn,
ones.
baby. Damn.
He don't want that smoke, bro. He talked that. You remember all that shit he talked about too. He talked plenty shit. Sean P don't want to debate. Sean P don't want to do this. Sean. I don't even talk about Sean. Then the nigga running around here talking about I don't want no smoke. Talk about I mean, like, bro, how many times I got to show up on your territory, bro, to get to get it lined
Yeah.
up.
And then
Yeah,
Sean, the new thing is, yo, Lucky, you was asking him about it, right? And then you with the was white slaves owned by black people, and he left it at that. And then you asked him in America, he was like, well, that's not really part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we talk about America, nigga. We don't care
Yo,
about
that
nothing
nigga
else.
that is crazy, bro. He's scared, bro. He's scared. Look, the only thing he doing, he just making other Aboriginals afraid of Sean P as well. That's all he doing.
Man, them niggas is
This
terrible,
nigga is
man.
crazy, bro.
Them niggas is terrible, man.
So you peep
Oh,
that though, Nat, right? How he already doctoring up the topic of conversation to give himself an
yeah.
out.
Yeah, you know I peep that shit.
Yeah, we don't want
Word.
to hear about the Barbary Wars, brother. We talking about America. Come on, that bullshit.
We can't. Yeah, we don't talk about no motherfucking Barbary Wars, nigga. We don't even give a fuck about that shit.
At all.
That ain't even the topic, nigga. We talking about in the Americas, nigga. These motherfuckers you claiming these white folk over here, these Christians. You know what I'm saying? We talking about them motherfuckers you call over here, nigga. Man, as a matter of fact, that nigga Donald Trump he said that shit today while he was in Tennessee. He said that shit to all my good Christian folk. I was like, ooh, listen to that rhetoric right there. He slicked through that one in there.
Let's tap that base.
You know it. You gotta pray and you gotta vote. That's what that nigga said.
That's
That
what he
nigga said you
said.
got to pray and you got to vote. No, he did.
Yeah, he did. That's what he told them. That's what he told them good Christian folk, bro. Them good Christian white folk, bro. Almost made me late to work today. Having all them goddamn crackers blocked up, bro. He had 6 blocks blocked off. Police did. 6 blocks blocked off. You can't walk near near none of the blocks. You gotta go around. They designed it to have like a whole little flow. That whole little flow had to go around the event, bro. I'm like, nigga, I work downtown, like right in the middle of downtown. I'm like, I gotta get to work. I gotta get to my building. Bro was like, bro, we ain't even letting pedestrians walk through this way. I said, what? So what you expect me to do? You ain't give me no alternate route. You know what I'm saying? You just told us to expect delays because Donald Trump gonna be in town. Like we don't even give a fuck about Donald Trump, bro. At the
Man, you know they
Bitcoin
got people
convention.
coming in from Arkansas. They coming there from every
They
which
did,
way,
bro.
man.
They did, bro. They did. They did, bro. It was bad, bro.
He told me it was
And most of them
bad.
didn't even know where they was going, man. I'm like, yo, I ain't see no Nazi flag, though. I would have shot my gun at that shit. I ain't even capping.
They on some they new age, you know what I mean? They trying to be covert with it. Yeah, I mean. They're using the dog whistle words now, you know what I mean? DEI, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah, that is that shit. They say they doing that gay ass shit.
That's crazy, man. So
That fade though,
we
bro.
got
Not a coincidence. What you doing, bro? You finna play that?
No, I'm here. Wait, I'm here.
I thought you said you
Whoa.
wouldn't stand long. You was leaving or some shit?
Yeah. I gotta go handle some shit. I'm about to go back to
So,
this
nigga,
video whenever y'all done.
this nigga started a whole live, yo, to leave.
Yeah. To leave, that's a fact. But I'm coming back in the morning.
this nigga is
This
crazy.
nigga, listen, this nigga got beat up by Smoke Signal Crew, nigga, because they couldn't understand how to count.
Yo, that shit
At
was
the end of the
bad
day.
last night. Yo, that shit make
Mm-hmm.
me not want to go back to none of their panels, bro. Like for real. Like
Bro,
I said they pissed him off.
I caught the tail
that shit
end
was
of it.
crazy.
That shit was funny as
No, I'm
fuck.
like, yo,
I
like
swear.
do the count, bro. Look and see how many different ethnic groups they got, and then go back and see what's what. Because if you label one nigga, you know what I'm saying? If you put white people at one, and then you start like that, it ain't gonna add up because the shit don't start off at one. They're making themselves
Exactly.
supreme on the census. The numerator is so he put 0 next to the W on one of the census. The other numerator clearly was a different numerator, operate under different circumstances because they don't have the same ethnicities that Alaska had. They got totally
Exactly.
different ethnicities that they're numerating, and they know that shit.
They had like four extra ones that they had in the regular United States. And they can't understand simple shit. That shit is sad, bro. Like it's a code. You know what I'm saying? You can look at what everything is listed as, and then you can go and look at the bottom and see it coincides with that. Like if 0 is white and 8 is like with Alaska, it says 0 white and then 8 was Negro. Then you had the Eskimo was 2, the Indian was 3, the Chinese was 4. I found one with all of them different numbers on there, and the letters to go with it. But it's simple. It coincides. I showed them numerous censuses, and they still couldn't. They just didn't want to grasp it. Like at one point in time, I thought I had
I'm
them.
gonna tell you why. They have to deny it because you've been using that shit to refute them, saying, you know, how you finding records and shit, right? But you ain't been using the census to refute them. You've been using other records to refute them, is what they don't get. So now, right? For all of them that use the census, talking about my people on the census, now you just fucked up a whole nother argument that you was using, right? Against us, trying to prove that you're indigenous because you just falsified the goddamn census by saying it could be errors.
Yep, that's what I was saying. I said that to him last night.
Trying to push back on Odyssey. All of that just to deny Odyssey being correct. You're willing to sacrifice other abos not being able to use the census now.
I told them.
Think that far into the future.
I'm taking genealogy away from them niggas. They can't even bring up genealogy. We're gonna turn this
Nah, this
into a real
this
faith.
what you've been doing, bro. Been going. That's what I'm saying. This shit been going crazy, bro. Like this whole genealogy angle y'all boys been on. They trembling right now over there. They
Bro,
they don't know what to do.
bro, it's
Like
You gotta understand.
crazy.
You
Yo,
making fake
bro,
trees
them niggas told me I went on the actual primary source, the census record
And
from
changed it, nigga.
1940 and changed it. They said I did that. That's what they told me. I did that. I'm like, y'all giving me a lot of power. Like,
I'm about
how
to
the
say
fuck
you got
I
you a
do that?
supercomputer.
And then I was able to upload that to Ancestry's database from that comes directly from the National Archive.
You
Niggas
edited some
crazy, bro.
microfilm. You edited
Yeah, that's what he said. You edited the microfilm, yo, and
Like,
then Truth get on there and try to flam it. I'm like, yo, you fucking it up even
yeah,
more,
that's
bro.
why I was telling the truth. Like, yo, stop, man, stop. Like, just stop, man. Like,
You fucking it up way more, bro. Cause you trying to say, well, this is a nigga. If it's on a microfilm, ain't no way that not a coincidence can do that shit. Now, nigga, not a coincidence you got microfilming technology.
I'm the boogeyman.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
I'm really the
You that skilled,
boogeyman
nigga?
now. Those niggas is sad, man.
They going outside.
But
Nah,
yeah,
that's a fact, bro. First,
I'm trying to.
OTK was bad. That was nasty.
Yo, how long you gonna be going, Odyssey? Since you got to go handle business.
I mean, if you want to rock out, you want lucky to rock out, open the panel, fuck it. But I'll probably be going like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
You
But
know,
if
I
y'all
got no
want
birthday read to hold it
to,
down. You know what I'm saying?
if y'all want to do y'all thing, I don't even got to play the video. I could just, you know what I mean? Y'all could just do whatever y'all do.
Bro. Man, my mic open, bro. These niggas don't want no smoke, bro. I'm trying to let you know they don't want no smoke. I ain't dealing with nobody that ain't got a source, bro. I can't do the talk.
That's a fact,
We listen
man.
to
The
them
niggas
niggas
do
talk,
too much
and
talking.
then when they pulled up a source, they said, and they got mad.
Yo, you seen the book that the nigga pulled up?
You said what?
The nigga Chief I Am, he pulled up some book trying to prove that black. I don't know if you. This is a different live, but he pulled up some book that said black people come from that these black people was in Europe. They're basically Aboriginal of Europe, but he didn't look up the author. The book's not even like a history book. The author is known. The author is known for telling, you know what I'm saying, myths and shit. He has a theory about fairies. He says that these fairy people populated Europe, but they came from Asia though. They came from Asia, populated Europe, and they were some Aboriginal people, but they're not fairies as like they flying around like Peter Pan. They're fairies like they're dwarf people, very short, you know what I'm saying, pygmy type.
Leprechaun. The
Pygmy,
leprechaun, yeah.
yeah. But they came from Asia, and these are the people they trying to claim. But then when it did mention, yeah, I'm ready. But when it did mention the Negroes and where the Negroes came from, it said that the Negroes that came from Africa and went over there. So they got Negroes that came from Africa, then they got Pygmies that came from Asia, but none of them are original to Europe. Like he pulled up the book for no reason, arguing about that for an hour for no reason. Like shit made no sense, man. Well, but I
Yo,
definitely got to
I
get up
forgot
out of here.
I forgot the name of that book, bro. But I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
It's like
I know
the
exactly
nigga,
what
the
you're talking
author's
about.
name is David McBride or something like that. You can look him up.
Okay, yeah.
This shit is terrible, bro. Like these, like terrible.
Yeah, he a Scottish author. He got it's like a myth to explain the leprechauns in Ireland or some shit like that. I know exactly
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
these niggas is terrible, bro.
And they take it and flip it and turn them people into the Twa, and then turn the Twa into the Aborigines.
Yo, so what y'all want to do? Y'all gonna sit up here? Cause I gotta go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, what
shit.
you
I'm
doing,
right here.
bro?
I know how to end this shit. If you ain't doing that, right?
All right.
What you got going on, Lucky?
So y'all in charge, man.
Chilling, man. I got a little bit of that Remy and that Grand Marnier, you know what I'm saying? A little connection.
Okay, well, we talking shit then.
So
Yeah, I'm
yo, I'ma
chilling.
holler at y'all. Yo, Sean, whenever you are lucky, whenever y'all done, just end it for me if I'm not back.
Yeah, we got you.
All right, that's bad.
And yo, if you see something on the video you want to play, you can just unmute the if you go to guest, you can unmute it and you can hear it. But
Oh, for
this
real?
is
I didn't even
not.
know I could do that. Okay, bet.
Yeah. You know how you can mute a guest? It's the same way.
Okay, yeah, I just think. Okay, yeah.
So what I was showing was just nothing but black people saying that they come from Africa and shit like that and the slave trade. So this is nothing but black people in history saying what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Same shit we already know.
yeah, but shit that Abos need to hear because they be listening. Word.
Shit that Evos need to hear. That's a fact. And wasn't that the master teacher?
That's a fact. But yo, I'ma holler at y'all. I'm out of here, man. Y'all do what y'all
All
gotta
right, man.
do. Y'all be safe. Yo, happy born day, Lucky. Y'all
I
better
appreciate
wish
it,
him
bro.
Lucky. Yo, y'all in the chat, y'all better wish Lucky a happy birthday, man.
Yeah, drop the cash out, Lucky. Shit, you might get a couple of dollars or some shit, bro.
I ain't even got cash out, bro. Just put it in the spirit, man. Put it in the spirit.
Roll up for Lucky. You
Yeah,
got your
man.
nice good bag of that ooh weed. Put one in the air for Lucky.
At the very least, at least put you something on the rocks, man. Put you something on the rocks for
If
your
you got
boy.
your bottle, if you got your bottle, take a shot for your boy Lucky, man. Clean, clean.
So, Sean, where you actually went?
I went to Turks and Caicos. Let me talk about that shit real quick, bro. So I'm dealing with the locals, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's serving us the shit right there because it's tourist shit. It's a British colony, right? British colony, right? So I'm over this motherfucker. There's no indigenous people on the island, bro. Are you listening to what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
no indigenous people on this island. So how is it functional? It's a British colony. The people that are there are all from Africa, dropped off on an island. Some people come from Jamaica to work. There's even some Cubans that left Cuba to come over to work. But the locals, bro, they know that you see in their faces, in the eyes, in the language. You can see in the gesture, everything about that Atlantic, bro. And when you put your feet in that Atlantic Ocean and just look to the right, bro, come on, man. It tells a whole nother story. Them people wouldn't. I ain't met one Avo. Not one person claiming that they were indigenous, bro, and that they always been there. Not one.
There wasn't no apples down there.
Not one.
Hell no.
Not one, bro. No Tainos. None of that. Them motherfuckers was straight West Africans, bro. And some people that went with us was from Sierra Leone and Liberia. The chick was mixed with she had her father Sierra Leone, a mother from Liberia, and the other dude was just straight up he straight up Sierra Leone, like on some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it was coming, bro. Like you talking and stuff, kicking the information. He was listening. He was like, yo, bro, you in deep. I was like, yeah, just kicking it. And then he was like, well, my name. He said, my last name Grimes. He said, that ain't no African name. He said, that's a straight colonizer name. He said, but one of my ancestors was from America and came to Africa. That's how we got the name Grimes in our family. I said, oh, word? Like, yeah. It's like down the line. It's like one of them just came back, came through. And I'm like, here's during that whole ACS shit, the American Colonization Society, one of them. You know what I'm saying? Came back to Africa because they wanted to come back to Africa. That's what he said. So they left Africa with one name, came back with another. Those are exact words, bro. My ancestor left Africa with one name and came back with another.
Yeah, everything adds up.
And he in Atlanta. He in Atlanta. So you already know I'm pulling up on him every chance. Who was this trying to join the party? Is that not a coincidence? Man, you supposed to be driving, bro.
That's Dr. Andy.
Hello.
What's up, Andy?
What's up? Happy birthday, my good friend.
Appreciate you, Andy.
I appreciate you. I saw you guys on the panel last night.
Oh yeah, you was up late night too?
Yeah, I was up last night. I saw these disrespectful motherfuckers dogpiling you guys.
Oh man, they think they be dogpiling. They don't be doing nothing. They just, we call it it's really therapy. We basically unpaid psychiatrists at this point. You know what I mean? We really need some government funding. You know what I mean? We're doing a service.
Yeah,
right? These niggas need to be in an institution somewhere, but we working their demons out. You know, it is what it is.
These guys are weirdos too, though. They be asking y'all. I don't know. They be asking me about my sex life too, which is weird.
Andy, we're not doing that tonight, okay?
Okay, but I'm just letting you know that they're
weirdos. Nah, we don't want to know, Andy. We don't want to know that. We don't want to know. Not tonight.
Here you go. Yeah, we like Johnny.
Yeah.
But nah, so all right, so go ahead, get your shit.
I was gonna ask Sean P. Sean P, can you tell me about what you did in the Caribbean?
I did whatever the locals did, bro. Except for I partied, kicked it on the beach, drank every day, had a good time, did some activities, went to some local events. You know, try to immerse myself in the African culture. They even got stores with the name African on it on the island.
That's awesome.
No,
it's like the Hawaii
no Indians, right? No Indians.
Nah, I ain't seen not one Indian.
Where's Turks and Caicos? That's the lesser two, right?
It's a small island, bro. It ain't too far from Miami.
Oh, okay. It's up there near the Bahamas.
Bahamas, yeah. Caribbean shit.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Okay. So they would even back in the day, they would have sides of the island, bro. Back in the day, they would have a very small population anyway of China. It wouldn't have been a lot of them anyway when the colonists showed up.
Right. So it's easy to get rid of their ass.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense why the whole Africans, it's straight Africans and white people, right?
Yep. They got their lingo. They got their lingo. For those of them that came from Jamaica, you know, they speaking what is it, patois shit?
Mm-hmm.
And they speak English. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what's so bad though. There's a chick, her name was Ella, one of my waitresses. I think she in one of the pictures that I posted. She's black, bro, but she had on makeup that made herself lighter. And I'm like, why the fuck are you doing this, yo? You doing the same shit, and she looks so fucking African, bro. But she was a good waiter. She was great, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gave her about $200. She had to split the tip that was on that $700 bill I posted. She split the tip with the cook and somebody else, and we still gave her extra $200 for herself, which is more than what she normally get. And this was an upscale restaurant, bro. I'm talking. They had a plate on there, a meal on there that was $160 steak. That was the most expensive thing on there. Besides like alcohol, as far as food, that was it. They ain't come with no sides. This is the steak.
Oh yeah, son, like you turning up.
But yeah, man, it was it was cool. It was cool. I just gotta get to West Africa though. You know what I'm saying? That like I gotta get to West Africa, bro. Cause just being down there make you feel like you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's like them islands get you ready for Africa for real. It was humid as hell down there, bitch. It'd be 84 degrees all day. 84. 84. But the humidity made it 101, 102, 103. You know what I'm saying? The only time the humidity got low was low. And it started feeling like it's a regular 80 something shit was like 3 o'clock at night. I mean in the morning.
Yeah, you better have no clothes on out there.
Yeah, bro. You gotta be you can't wear no jeans, bro. It's over for that. I had on some jogging pants when we got off the plane. I was drenched. I got rid of them so quick after we went through customs.
Ain't no question.
Man, I took a shower, put on some shorts, and I still was sweating, bro. I was like, what in the holy hell going on down this bitch? This bitch worse. It's worse, bro. But I realized, if I stayed on that island, bro, I would be a reddish brown mofo down there. Facts.
Oh yeah, you be copper color.
Bro, I be copper color like a mug.
Lexi, can you share my screen?
I don't know. I gotta see what's on your screen before we share it. Don't be adding no weird shit. What is this?
Something about Aztec sports, dude. They claim
go ahead.
that they own it. Should I?
Go ahead.
Where is it?
Go ahead.
Is that large enough for you?
Read it for the people.
Okay. Ancient Aztec sports. Wanting to learn more about Aztec games, or maybe you want to play them yourself. May of the
Yo. Read it like you not abo.
Okay. I'm trying not to be. May of the games of the Aztec Empire were popular long before the Mexica reached their new homeland, and may are still played today.
You said, but it's before the Mystics.
Mystics.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Lucky? Callie, what's up, dude?
What's happening?
You want to popcorn read it with me?
Huh?
You want to popcorn read with me? Like you take turns, you and I read.
Popcorn.
Now you got it, bro.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Yo, Callie, Mike TV was just playing your video at the end of the day, man. He got obsessed with you or something.
Are you talking about Mike TV? I don't give a fuck. I don't even be on YouTube.
Okay. As well,
I'm on TikTok when I'm on.
As well as many cultures, the Aztecs had many games and sports. There were games for children and adults and nobles and what I would say, commoners. Being a deeply religious people, their games would often have a religious sacrifice, which is true. Sometimes they would be based on the people.
It said religious significance.
Oh, sorry.
Here, I'll take over, bro. Sometimes they would be based on the people's religious beliefs Other times, the games would actually be a part of their religious ritual, right? The perfect example of this was the sport that became almost central to the Aztec culture. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's called like Allah Malistin. Allah Malistin.
I know how to
Right?
pronounce certain
And
words.
that's probably not how you pronounce it, to be honest with you. You'd probably pronounce it a completely different way. But I'll just say it. So
depends on what
I'd
region
have
you're
to
in.
ask someone. The famous Aztec ball game was played and on a Telachi, or I don't know, that's probably how you pronounce it, ball court. The game is sometimes referred to as, you know what? The ball court was one of the first things built when the Aztecs settled a new area, making it the most important of the ancient Aztec games. It was a very difficult game, played with a large rubber ball. The name of the game comes from the word uli, or rubber. The game was not just important for the entertainment, but also politics and religion.
I know this.
That don't sound like basketball.
Yeah, I know what this sport's called. It's called tepuk. You play with your hips.
Yeah, that do not sound like, the Aboriginals say that's basketball.
It is not basketball.
Yeah, man, I'm on TikTok. I see indigenous people all the time. A lot of them motherfuckers racist though. Not all of them, but some of them were cool with us. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them indigenous people on TikTok racist as hell, anti-black.
I know what you're
Straight
talking
up.
about. I know. I left those groups a long time ago.
I mean, I seen them on there. And I'm using the N-word regularly. You know what I'm saying? I've skipped past some of their lives. They're like, all right, it seemed like it was real cool live, but then they start doing blackface, putting up blackface pictures. I said, yep, not going there. I said, whoa. I said, I get it. Some of them are completely bothered by the Abo movement, the Pretendian movement, but man, there are black folks who are fighting back against it, and they have all these assumptions that
I know.
You know what I mean? That
I
we
don't
are
give them
the same way.
It's more white people that's pretending to be Indians. So
way more.
I don't feel that they have no right. You know what I mean, to try to take that angle. You ain't going that route with them. So we ain't going, you know what I mean? We ain't going for it. So I don't fuck with that shit no way.
I don't. Matter of fact, there was one that came on today, and on the brother OHF live, and he's like, nah, we ain't explaining nothing. I was like, we're not even that way. He said, nah, don't explain shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, man. Said we're not about that. I said, I think this is one of them racist ones. And then some of the natives in the chat room were like, yeah, that was one of the racist dudes. So the natives that are cool with us, they actually point out. They said, yeah, we don't rock with them because they use the N-word regularly. You know what I'm saying? They're over there being disrespectful.
Some of them are
towards
Trump
black
supporters
folks.
too.
I don't know if they're Trump supporters, and I've never went that deep. All if I know, if they don't like black people, I don't need to hear nothing else.
No, but the natives up north, they don't.
Hold on.
Hey, Callie, here's the thing with them, right?
They intentionally do that because of their stereotypes, and they really think they got a bigger fight.
Like we want to be them. We don't want to be them.
It's 44 million black folk, bro. Not even you know what I'm saying? We're talking about a very low percentage of people that just don't happen to dominate the internet.
Hey, Sean P, your mic.
Okay, I thought it was me. I was thinking maybe. Yeah, okay. I thought it was me. So Sean, he got a signal going out or something. But yeah, I actually stated that. We stated that it's a small percentage. Yeah, we stated that, bro, that it was a small percentage of black folks that were doing it. A very loud vocal minority, right? But we give these people all the time an opportunity to come up and show real information. Or like when they have an opportunity to show real information, they can't. They fail, right? So I was like, okay, you have an opportunity, state your submission, right? And then after that, and then when we come back around, show your sources. You should be able to show sources to prove who you say you are. I don't want to hear about you talking about Iroquois, because that has nothing to do with you. I want you to tell me about, connect yourself to the indigenous people of this land. You should be able to connect yourself and your family somehow, some way. You should provide sources.
Listen, did you not see Roundtable or Roundtable J, RTGJ video? Not a coincidence, shared it on the community page. He had somebody that was a native of the Seneca people hopped up on there with OTK and started speaking the language, bro. When they asked him a question, he answered their question in the language.
Yep.
They said, "What? Huh? What did you say?" They were that confused.
Yep.
And this guy's like, "Oh, you fucking idiots." Rightfully so, they're fucking idiots.
Hey, bro.
Because they didn't understand, and I comprehended it when he did it. I said, wait a minute. I said, he just spoke the language. He answered you in the language. You know, I'm listening to it. I'm like, he answered according to the language. I said, now you're in trouble. Because all y'all pretending is not what the man is not, and it's Asian. I'm like, yo,
Damn, son.
You broke up real bad, bro.
Yeah,
but I didn't see that video. But we have Native Americans, right? Come on our channel, and they've spoken their indigenous language. I have friends from the Lakota tribe, right? I have another friend who's she's from multiple tribes in Mexico, right? And she could speak both indigenous languages fluently. And so she's done it. She's challenged them, Abels, to try to. She challenged Abels. Said, "Okay, speak your language. You can speak my language." She started speaking. She said, "Oh, I'm going to speak the other one." Then she switched up and she spoke the other language. I said, "Yeah, y'all not these people are coming on and they're speaking their indigenous languages on TikTok. They got nothing for that because they can't do it."
Well, Kevin, they just say the indigenous language is American English. That's what they say.
I know. Yeah, that don't work though. That don't really work. I said, "Can they said, man?" I said, "You guys keep trying to use English or Spanish." I said, "Most of y'all can't speak no Spanish either. Don't even try it." Because I speak with Puerto Ricans and Mexicanos and Costa Ricans all the time on there. So yeah, these motherfuckers are fake. I said, y'all can't speak that either.
I like it. Won't be a single Aboriginal. It won't be a single Aboriginal that knows Spanish, bro.
They don't know. The only language they speak is English, dude.
They speak African American vernacular. That's what they speak. Yep. These niggas English. Speak West African American English. That's what these niggas speak.
They're easy to deal with. These dudes.
Callie. I like you a lot, dude. I like you a lot, dude, because you bring up the facts.
Yo, Andy, stop with the more shit, bro. I'm gonna kick your ass off. We ain't telling no other grown ass man that you like him.
I was like, huh? Oh boy. Yeah, man, this shit is
man.
Weird though, man.
It's a generational gap, you know.
Nah, man. When it comes time for these dudes to have to show and prove, they really can't. So they can't tie any of this to themselves. They can only try to lie. They or try to play around the margins. Ask them and said, okay, how do you tie this back to yourself? Then they start talking about mounds. I'm like, bruh, look, geneticists have already tested. They've already tested the remains of the people that were buried inside some of these mounds, man. And they're not us. They are Native American. Stop the bullshit.
Who said that they were buried in the mounds, though, bro?
Say it again.
Who said that they were buried in the mounds?
No, some were in. I think what was it in South
Nah,
America? They
nah.
found
Listen
bones.
to me. Listen to me. If
Yeah,
they claim that people were buried in the mounds, where's the
yeah,
evidence of
yeah.
them being buried in those mounds? Because they were not used
Right.
like that. That was not the
Yeah,
purpose of those
yeah.
mounds.
Right. What was it? I don't think it was that. What was it called again? The Hold on, I have to go pull that shit up. But let me go pull that shit up real quick.
That is an Aboriginal tactic, though. They, you know what I mean? They'll conflate. So you
Right, and
saying
we
those
don't we,
those
we don't want
particular
to give
ones
them
weren't
we don't
used
want
for
to give
that?
them that. We don't want to give them that at all. Listen, bro. I ain't giving them jack. Nothing.
No, they have no ties to any of this shit.
They never did in the first place.
I don't care who they are, what they doing, yo. I ain't giving them ties to nothing. Did you not sit
There and listen to Not a Coincidence on a panel with them yesterday with a clear with two sources, bro. Primary evidence, just using 1940 census records, and then the instructions on how to read the damn census, and it turned into a shit show.
The dude told Narcosis that wasn't a primary. You heard that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
They-
saying. It turned into a shit show. How could you claim that this is not a primary source and it's telling you it's a 1940 census, bro? What are we doing here, man? We got to go that far to show you how to read a census and what they're referring to. And I kept trying to tell them that every state, the census, it looks different because of the demographics and especially the ethnicities of the people in those areas, bro.
a freaking Texas census looks nothing like a Tennessee census. It looks nothing like a Florida census
Okay.
or a New Jersey census at all. At freaking all. So ultimately, the pump fake is denialism.
Okay.
Why are we still in denial about things that we have evidence for? It makes absolutely no sense.
It really don't. It breaks down to
Like, who we
denialism and
killing, bro?
self-hate. Denialism is self-hate. That's what it is. And it's a mental health. It's
Period.
really mental health.
Period, bro. Life ain't that hard or that difficult for us to go through these things to be able to just be like, all right, okay, let's have some integrity here and let's admit when we're wrong. And then let's move on from that point. Let's figure out
Where we agree at and quit always fighting about what we disagree.
where do we agree? Do you agree that your people were enslaved? They're gonna say no. Why do you think that your people were not enslaved? Because it doesn't say that. Who said that? My grandma never said that. Well, then what she say? That we Abos. We've been here. No, your grandma ain't never said you was Aboriginal and that you've been here. That's a lie. So what did she say? We can never get that out of them. We can never really harness the truth of what grandmother said. Even if she uttered the words, we got Indian in our family. Remember, they don't want to be Indians. Then you heard the girl
Yeah, you're right.
on the
They're
video,
right. That's the
she said
information.
she ain't an American Indian.
Yeah.
What she say? You're a Native American, you're not an American Indian. They're two different things. What the flying fuck is that?
It's the same thing.
That's that dumb shit. That's that dumb shit, Sean. They say American Indian, Native American, and Aboriginal, all three of them are not the
All
same
the same
term.
thing. They are all the same thing.
They're
Every
all
last
the
one of them.
same
It's the
freaking
same. It's
term.
all interchangeable. All interchangeable. Indigenous, Aboriginal, Native American, American Indian are all interchangeable.
Where is the source that says and this is that. I want to see that shit, bro. I'm interested in that type shit.
They don't have no. They don't have no source.
Come on, man. You telling me
They don't have no source.
Show me the American Indian. What the fuck the American Indian look like, bro? You claiming that the American Indian is different than the Native American?
They
Show
look like
me what
me.
your nigga look like.
So they're basing this whole claim on they saying that the term Native American didn't come about until later. So that's when the natives
That don't
was
even
created.
matter, bro. That don't matter.
Exactly.
Hell, the fucking
Look, black people were called how many different goddamn names before they settled on the fucking name? How many
That's a
names?
part of it. They don't get that part either, though, Sean. That's a part of their belief system too. The misclassification, indoctrination type shit. That's what they say. They say that they were misclassified so many times because they were the true American Indian.
These niggas is crazy, bro. Okay, I guess they got reclassified during the Reconstruction era.
But oh my gosh, Sean, I've been begging them. Let's talk about the Reconstruction. They talking about Reconstruction. They don't even know what Reconstruction is. They talk about Reconstruction like it's a time when the white people changed the history books and took back everything. That's not what Reconstruction is. That's what I was trying to talk about the amendment switch. Hold on. This big ass truck. I was trying to talk about the amendments, and he like, yeah, we know about when slavery was turned into the penal system or whatever he said. And I'm like, right, brother, the Reconstruction amendments. But he not listening. I'm like, bro, y'all sound stupid. These niggas think Reconstruction is a whole fucking mythological tale of the white people taking their buildings and all this goofy shit. Pick a book up, Aboriginal. Come on, man, do better.
Bro, listen, bro. Ain't no way on the flat face of this earth that you finna sit here and tell me that these white people wasted years creating a doctrine to hide things from you just for the sake of the fact, knowing how cocky they were when they knew they colonized this mofo, took it over and then told you what to do. What they have no reason to make up anything or to reconstruct any part of history. They won. They don't have to make nothing up. The people that knew when they lost wrote about their losses and they didn't talk about it as much. That was the point. Is the other side of the argument. It's we lost these little skirmishes with these Indians, right? They didn't brag. There's nothing to brag about. We lost some skirmishes. It wasn't until we did X, Y, and Z that we began to get a stronghold over X, Y, and Z. This is why you see these fights, but they don't understand the commonality in this conversation, which goes back to a lack of evidence. That they ain't gonna never have, bro. They ain't gonna never have no evidence, bro.
And then
Smoke live every day.
They're not even gonna. Yeah, that's why they don't have the evidence though, because they all too busy live. Everybody live. Who researching? What the research team at? Well, you're not researching live. Ain't no sources on the panels. So who is looking into these claims? Where are you taking the time? You going from smoke signals 24-hour live, the Chiefs smoke 24-hour live, the goddamn Aboriginals. Like y'all just bouncing back and forth. Topcast got the 8-hour live, then you go like, bro, who is doing research?
None of them, bro. Topcast think that he can go down there and goddamn Central and South America, show you some shit, talk about that shit, and that's research. That's not research, bro. You're wasting a valuable opportunity to do primary field research because you're stuck in a belief. He ain't having a conversation with none of the locals. Ain't none of them are trying to understand the importance of the archaeological sites and data. They are just all about the pump fake.
He going down to another place.
Soon shit. He finna turn that shit into him making money until the Mexicans catch on to his shit and then run his ass up
Yeah.
out of there.
Yeah, let somebody catch this motherfucker live stream what he's saying the Mexicans is invaders and they mongoloids.
They always say that, and it hurts my
Yeah,
feelings though.
but the Mexicans are not having that convert. The people in Central and South America aren't tied into that, so they ain't aware of it. But gradually they'll pick up on it when they see more black people coming down there trying to claim that shit because that's that whole they gonna blame it. They gonna call us Afrocentrists, and them niggas ain't Afrocentrists or African centered.
That's true.
These fools, they
They're
done went too
self-loathing.
far now.
They're very self-loathing.
To me, like I said, to me that like it's apparent that there's way more white people that are pretending to be Indians than black people. But yet and still, these niggas they have a voice, they have platforms. You know what I'm saying? And they have a ability to make all black people look stupid, not just people who believe in this shit. That's the main reason why these niggas gotta be squashed. Because you know what I'm saying? Like they pushing basically a freaking agenda that's not even. I don't even know how to put it. Like they fit in stereotypes on so many levels that's it's really ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these niggas that have not finished school. A lot of these niggas don't read. A lot of these niggas got kids, but they not in their lives. Like when you listen to their stories behind them, it's like it's a group of individuals that's disgruntled, dysfunctional, and degenerate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I guess no wonder they huddled up. You know what I'm saying? No wonder they all huddled up together.
This is a perfect example. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. You see the nigga in the chat, Vino, right? He argued the same shit everywhere he goes, right? But he's never once took the time out to read an entire book. It's all what he could Google and cherry pick, or what he could regurgitate from someone else. Instead of understanding the full context of what the source is saying, he's stuck at one particular portion where someone is saying something that he thinks that they're saying, but they're not saying it after you read everything that's being said. This is the same approach that they all take. They don't fully understand their argument. They're into a belief system, right? And they're not challenging the belief system. So my challenge for people like Vino is simple. Is Vino, what evidence have you read that contradicts your belief? And it provides evidence of that contradiction, and you have to try to refute that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that work because you're going to say, oh, this or oh, that, or whatever the case may be. You're not tied to how to research. If you believe that your people been here, bro, you should have the evidence to support that your people be. You best believe if I'm finna sit here for years and say that my people been in the Americas and ain't got shit to show for it, man, I done wrote books. I done did all this accumulative research. I done went to lectures, paid attention to lectures, took notes, documented things, bought books from sources that I read, cross-referenced those sources with other sources, read shit that I didn't want to read for years. And I ain't finna sit here and do the same thing for that. Man, you crazy. I'm not even in the church, nigga. because of fucking cross-referencing and fact-checking and challenging a belief. So ain't no way in hell is this shit going the way it's going, bro. Straight up and down.
Look, he talking about you ain't read every book. Look, the difference is he's saying you ain't read any book. You talking about if he read every book. That's a big gap, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta catch up.
This nigga keeps saying, this nigga keep on saying the craziest shit. Like you don't even know what they talking about, bro. You ain't even did this or did that. You ain't even seen this or seen. I'm like, okay, show us then. We give you an opportunity to show us. I ask you for a source every time, but when you provide us with the source, then that's an issue. You don't have the goddamn evidence. You have a
See, Sean, this is
belief.
what happened. This was actually happening. They're dealing with the algorithm and they're not realizing it. They talking about the more research I do, the more it comes out. No, brother. The more times you type in stuff on Google, it's learning what you want to see and like to see. And it's pushing things to the forefront that you'll click on. I don't know what you don't understand. It's not the more that you research, because you're not researching, you're looking up stuff shorthandedly. You're not going deep into the surface. That's what the topic of the conversation. That's why Sean said you ain't finished reading. Like, come on, bro. Relax.
Tell me what you read. What name a book that you read from cover to cover, and then it inspired you to read to go and purchase other books to continue that reading. What book have you read, nigga? What book have you read? Give us the title and the author of the book that you read from cover to cover. I don't give a fuck if you was locked up in jail, nigga. You had to read the book, bro. What book was it? You don't show anything. Vino, you've never shown nothing and it been crickets, bro.
Shows.
We read your shit back. We read your shit back to you, and it didn't say what you was saying that it said, that you proposed that it was saying, Vino. So how could it be crickets, nigga? You will never get crickets. What are you talking about? We're either going to agree with your source or disagree with your information. And 9 times out of 10, if we agree with your source, we have the integrity to say that you're right about something. You haven't ever been right about anything.
Damn. See, they crazy. They talking about cat in the hat. Y'all at least gave Junie B. Jones. They say cat in the hat. That's crazy.
It wasn't no niggas over here. Show us the niggas. Show us the niggas before Columbus pull up. Show us the niggas. And when I'm saying niggas, I'm talking about people that look like me and you, Vino. Show me the niggas. Don't show me some motherfucker that just cause they skin brown, nigga. That ain't a nigga. That's not. Them Australoids, this is in Australia, them ain't that. Cause they skin black, bro. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. You can't provide the evidence to show us that there were people denoted as black people in the Americas that were Negro.
Shit, the brown people in the Philippines. They not niggas.
Listen, look at what he said. I should the drawing from Panama. What the fuck are you trying to say? Bro, listen, you ain't showed us a drawing from Panama that denoted the people as black people. And if it did, it told you of African descent, then you tried to run from that and say, well, he can't determine that.
I know he ain't talking about that picture of them Africans in the video.
Yes, that's what he's talking about.
Hey, Sean. Holy. No, you gotta relax, bro. This is fundamental. This is why niggas say y'all don't got no methodology. When you see a source and it got some words underneath the picture, you're supposed to read the words underneath the picture.
He
You
avoided all
don't
that,
make
bro.
up right. You don't make up your own. That's crazy. You made up your own key to some shit, bro. That provided a key for you. That's
Because he
nasty
don't know
work.
how to analyze or interpret data.
And you wonder why niggas say you can't read, comprehension low. You wonder why this is what you get. It's not from a place of hate.
This motherfucker
It's
said,
from
I showed a picture, bro. That is not how you determine if a people is Negroes, bro. That's not. You're having a genetic conversation, yet you don't understand genetics. Anytime you start talking about the features of a person, their skin tone, their hair, right? Their nose, their mouth, their lips, you're having a biological conversation. There are genes for that. Those genes denote something. There's something in that person's chromosomes, their genetic makeup that tells you distinctively who these people are. You ain't smart enough, which you've admitted this. You have admitted this that you ain't up on genetics. You said that before. So you can't sit here and act like these people is that. They ain't saying that just because you see a motherfucker paint some shit brown, bro. A lot of those Central and South American and even Native American culture, certain colors, it was to denote something spiritually that they use that shit for. You ain't even went into their backgrounds to understand the color game that they use. It's been the same way for all cultures around the world. Not everybody use black to denote goddamn death and all other shit. You just don't know, bro. You don't study, bro. Vasa in the chat. Every time Vino show up, Vasa show up. It's like Vasa don't wait to comment until Vino comment. Cause that nigga right there in Oklahoma and Vasa
yeah,
right there telling
yeah.
this nigga, bro, we told you this shit already, bro. We Vasa keep telling this nigga, bro, we told you this shit, bro. 2 years ago, bro. You from Oklahoma and you making us look bad, bro. We right here in the thick of shit. We ain't gotta make nothing up. Our people was a part of X, Y, and Z. Your people was freedmen, and your motherfucking ass over here trying to goddamn claim the whole identity.
Yeah, he was over there. He was over there beating up on the Aboriginals either yesterday or the day before yesterday, because he was saying they not tied to no real tribe. Because he really tied to
Vito
the tribe,
was.
but huh? Yeah, that was
What was
Vito.
who was saying they were tied to the tribe? Vino?
Yeah, he was up there. He was trying to go off on the Aboriginals. They was jumping him. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to pack him out. They was calling him
That
a
nigga
man
ain't
out.
tied to no tribe, bro.
Nah, he ain't. He ain't tied to no tribe at all. Listen to this shit right here.
They don't read their sources. They don't read the full articles.
He said, I got one more proof.
They'll maybe crop out their ass.
I got more proof than brains crickets.
What the link in the chat, nigga? What you typing for?
Do you hear this? Listen to this.
I had a guy tag me in a million fucking videos, and every time he said Indian and black, he only highlighted the part that said black and Indian, and that somehow was proof. We found out that you were just typing these up, and these people are kind of crazy. So I'm not really trying to be hateful or anything. Just trying to let you guys know what's out there, and be prepared to face racism from these people. These are your new colonizers. They act just like the white man. If anything, you're doing the white man's work for them. I told them slavery is not really over. If you're doing their dirty work for them, trying to tear people down that never did anything to you. Listen, people living in modern day concentration camps, reservations, are not your enemy. Repeat myself. People living on reservations, modern day concentration camps, are not your enemy.
Well, to them it is because they're trying to replace them. So these Abos are trying to replace Native Americans. They're trying to be them, and then they're trying to take our culture with them. They're trying to steal both cultures, which is just wild, right? And so, and Abos, man, these people have no,
Because
but
they
that's what they do.
can't
They
find
type in.
themselves in history.
No, not at all. I asked them. You know what I ask them all the time, Sean? And I ask them this all the time on TikTok, right? I said, can you name me anybody from the 17th, 18th, 19th, to 20th century, someone historical, making your claim? And they all get stonewalled on that one fucking question. All of them. Well, then you know what? So one of them, well, some of them answer like, "Well, that's because they hit it." I said, "Well, if they hit it, then how can you say that they lied to you if it's hidden?" If they hide it, how the fuck do you know?
They ain't hear shit. Exactly. Who told you? Who showed you where to find it if they hid it? You know what I'm saying? Who showed you where to find it if they hid it, nigga?
How you
Fuck all that.
That's the only thing they got is that they hid it all. I said if they hid the shit, then you don't know.
Listen. This is the truth. They haven't hid shit from us. They put that shit in plain. They put everything in plain sight. We didn't do our due diligence. We still, you know what I'm saying? We didn't do our due diligence. We weren't in libraries like that, bro. We was on a basketball court playing football. We didn't give two shits about going to the libraries, bro. Tell the truth. What did you do as a kid?
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. And I felt like I was a reader, and I was not in the library.
And meanwhile, you know what Abo told me? You know what Abo told me on TikTok, man? I said, "Shout, I wish you were there. I wish you were on TikTok. But I know you're not coming, but I wish you were on there." Abo, this woman told me. She said, "You know what they really did was, you know, they sat there and they took these Chinese people, and what they did is they sat there. These white people sat there and taught them our language. They taught them our spirituality. They taught them the way that we dress, and they sat there, and then they sat and told us that we African. I said, and you guys just accepted it, and you just accepted that shit."
Yeah, but my question would be, how did the white man know? Where did he learn it? Who taught the white man?
They said they taught the white man. I said, so you taught them all your customs and shit, and they made you forget on your own land.
They had a lot of time to do a lot of shit, huh?
They turned the white man into a demigod, bro. They turned the white man into a demigod.
Wow.
They act like this man is the most powerful motherfucker.
Beating it, grabbing it.
Don't gloss over that, y'all. Don't gloss over that point. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You clear. Go ahead.
Okay. My point. Listen. Who taught the white man? That's the question.
She said
the white man taught the white man. Yeah, but hold on. Who is they? Who is they? Because listen, if you taught the white man, you don't lose your culture. You just taught it to somebody.
Yep. Facts.
Why are you forgetting some shit you just taught to somebody? You could never forget because you're busy teaching the white man and he's writing it down and then he's teaching other people your shit. So it's a goddamn lie.
Absolutely it is.
Bro, if I'm teaching you mathematics, right? If I'm teaching you mathematics, at what point do I forget how to teach you mathematics? I just taught it to you.
Because you're practicing
so
it
I
every
had to
day.
Understand it.
Yeah, because you're practicing it every day, so there's no way you lose it. Yeah, I asked the same question. They have nothing. Nothing.
If you taught the white man, how did you lose what you taught?
Make it make sense, dude. Make it make sense.
And this motherfucker Vino still ain't provided nothing of relevance. This man say he gonna show us another picture, then he gonna put a YouTube link in the chat and say, pull this up. Come on, you remedial motherfucker. You can't do this shit to us, bro. We on a whole nother level, nigga. This is advanced scholarship over here, nigga. We ain't doing none of that pity patty. Running around here talking about some shit you don't know nothing about, bro.
I'm the only indigenous person on this panel, dude. The only. No, wait. Lucky's indigenous too. So there's 2 indigenous people on this panel. Can I say something? Hello? Is my shit not working?
I tell you, man, this shit is wild. The questions that they ask. You know what we noticed too about Abels, right? So when they hop on the
What you
panel,
notice?
the first thing they do, right? So the Abels will hop on the panel, right? They say they're gonna you give them an opportunity so it can explain this about yourself, tie yourself to quote unquote the indigenous people that were supposedly here. And first thing they want to do is get up and start asking questions. No. You're making a claim that which been well documented isn't true. Why are you asking me questions? That's my problem with the goddamn albums. They sit and they ask. All they do is ask questions because they don't know shit. So, y'all hear me? Okay, everybody.
Yeah,
You ever notice that? The first thing you do is ask all these goddamn questions.
That's all they do. They're gonna keep doing that. So let me ask you this, bro. Have you forgotten how to ride a bike?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
There's a skill that you just listen. You can forget how to speak a language, and I'll give you that if you don't use that language on a regular basis. But you're not going to forget. You're not going to forget your culture. You're not going to forget intricate pieces. Now, if you're teaching somebody something, that means you're storing that knowledge away.
Yep.
Listen, bro. Listen. Mansa Musa was in the 13th century. But even going before that, let me make it make sense. Before the Mali Empire, right? Before it really became an empire, Sundiata had to make it something. Why is his name still ringing bells in Mali among the Malians? And he ain't been around.
Because
he ain't been around in centuries.
They don't forget
exactly.
About it.
Exactly. But guess what?
It keeps you passing generation to generation
But
generation.
But guess what? They've been colonized too. Islam is there.
Yep. Absolutely.
So how is he able to outlive the prophet among the Malian people?
Because once again they talk about it, they never stop talking about it. But Sean, you can find this in every culture across the world. Retention, right? Culture is retained. Culture is something that's taken from place to place. Like during the transatlantic slave trade, right? You see cultural retention, right? So the Africans that were brought here.
Hold on. Okay. Stop, Callie. Look in the chat. Vino said, "Why some Mexicans and Asians in America can't speak their native language?" The people that you're referring to were either born here at a very young age. They didn't come over there with it. So listen to me. If they were in Asia or in Mexico and they came to the Americas, they're gonna speak it. They're gonna continue to speak it.
Well, this is something I learned right from indigenous people who actually speak indigenous languages in Mexico, right? So they call a lot of these people. They know that most Mexicans have high levels of indigenous ancestry, right? They call them indigenous descendants. That's what they refer to.
Look what he said. Excuses. The only person making excuses is your dumbass. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's not. So what happens is that the indigenous people who are still connected to their tribes in Mexico, they refer to those people as indigenous descendants. They know that they have indigenous ancestry, but they're not tied to a particular tribe, but they don't know. right? But they know they are indigenous. These people know that they are indigenous, that they have indigenous ancestry. Unlike this dude here, Vino. But the people who speak the indigenous languages in Mexico look like the people who speak the indigenous languages up here in the U.S. today, and in Canada, and all across these people that cross the Bering Strait. Those are the people speaking the indigenous languages. People who don't look like you, unless they are mixed, right? Unless they are African people mixed with Native Americans, speak those languages. And here's another thing: if African Americans are indigenous, how come you can't find them all out through the Americas? How come when you go into the interior, into the rainforest, you don't find black folks? How come you don't find them all over? Or you don't find them all over Montana and shit like that? You may see one or two here because they moved there recently, but you find Native Americans and all these different obscure places. How come you find indigenous people all over? In places where you won't
they're
find nobody
isolated.
else, you'll find indigenous people.
They're isolated, man.
So can you explain that, Vino? How come we can go into the rainforest, into the Amazon? Where are the black folks? How come the black people tend to live on the coast and all across the Americas? Why do black people live on the coast? Explain
We've
that
been
one,
joined
Vino.
by We've been joined by somebody named Robert.
Robert Lee,
What's up?
what's going on, bro? I was just showing y'all brothers some love. I appreciate y'all stomping these cats out the way y'all do, man.
Salute.
Salute.
What's good with you, bro?
Ain't much, man. Ain't much. No, I'm from South Carolina, right? You know, a
Okay,
lot of
get into
people
it.
be throwing all this stuff on people from South Carolina, talking about South Carolina, and I'll be like, man, I'm born and raised down here. Like, I'm still here. And it amazed me how people from, then they're 5-hour drive, 6-hour drive away, sometimes a day away, know so much about this place and ain't never been here. I think one of them cats, they from Charleston. What is OTK from Charleston?
He claimed he's from
I don't
somewhere
know.
in South Carolina.
Yeah, he's somewhere down there. He's definitely he's from the corridor. That's what I was told.
Nah,
He's
he
definitely from the
he
corridor.
what's the name of his slave master that owned the plantation? Pickney
You
Island.
said the
That's where
Pinckney,
he's from.
right?
Yeah.
Pinckney.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm thinking that's maybe near like Beaufort, some way. Like I've been down there, right? I ain't from down there, but I've been down there. They got a distinct talk that sound like they Jamaican or Caribbean or something,
Yeah, he
right?
got get you. Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
yeah.
they all got this talk. Like,
Yeah,
he
they
don't
connected to the
sound like
people of the
it.
Bahamas.
When I listen to it now, it was one of them guys up there the other day. Now he sound like he may be from down there, but that dude OTK, he ain't even got that accent. He ain't even got that talk like they got.
Sean
Yeah, I'm
PT,
from the
share my
up part.
video.
I'm close to North Carolina.
No.
Why? It's educational.
Not right now. We talking
Okay.
Andy.
But I ain't gonna lie, y'all taught me a lot. Y'all showed me a lot looking at y'all videos and stuff. Especially you, Sean. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't caught you when you was doing the whole virus thing with Ankh them, right? So I know you be knowing what you be talking about. So I'm new to this guy, not a coincidence. But y'all videos help me destroy a lot of these people around me that be talking that crazy talk too, man. About we Indian and all this, that, and the third. Cause like it's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them. I don't know what it is about Africa that they so afraid of, but it's amazing. But y'all
Well,
bring info that kills it. That literally kills it. Unrefutable.
want to say for Vino. So Vino, you're sitting there talking about black people in Latin America. That's one of the most African places in the Americas, Latin America. Matter of fact, a lot Afro Latinos have maintained heavy African cultural retention. Heavy. And for you to say that this is it's really dumb that you would even try to challenge this shit. We could take you to Palenque, Colombia. We could take you there. Have you ever checked out Palenque, Colombia? Go look at any of the videos, bro. Look, you can see the Congolese cultural practices and influence there. Heavy. Matter of fact, the language they speak there is the African Spanish hybrid language. I mean, how could that be? How is that possible? And what language is spoken? What is the second most spoken language in Brazil? Let's talk about the second most spoken language in Brazil. Do you know what it is, Vino? It's Yoruba. Yoruba is the second most spoken language in Brazil.
What about capoeira?
Capoeira, that's an Angolan practice.
That's a martial art.
Fighting practice. Yep. Comes from Angola. What do you think about that, V-Note? You said prove the African. Yoruba is the second most spoken language in Brazil. Did you know that, V-Note? What are you talking about? They were already here. They don't say they were already here. You're going to try to speak. These people are telling you that what they are. Matter of fact, when you go to Palenque, Colombia, one of the first things you see is proud to be like they have Africa all over the walls. Proud to be African. Are you insane?
He's always been insane, man. Always.
Africa's all over Palenque, Colombia, bro. All over.
Bro,
You go to Salvador, Brazil. Salvador, Brazil is they basically call that little Africa, that city. Are you insane, bro? You can't make this dumbass shit up. You gotta be stupid to try to make that claim. I know you don't know shit about Brazil. I know you don't know shit about Colombia. Did you know that Yoruba is actually practiced in Mexico? I'm not talking about Yoruba, but it's spoken in Mexico. But I'm just talking about as far as Yoruba spirituality. Did you know that's being practiced?
No, not Mexico, Cuba.
No, it's in Mexico too. I can show you. It's in Mexico too.
But that's a rendition. That's more like a Catholicized version.
Right. Are you talking about like Santeria?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But my point is, it's there. The cultural retention is there. You can't. You keep trying to say that these people. I'm talking about Vino. You keep trying to say that these people that we see African culture all over the Americas. Why?
We got Ditso with us. What's good, Ditso?
Oh, Vino said he's backstage.
He'll be there for a second.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
This song was good, bro.
El salvaje latinoamericano aparece. The wild Latin American appears, like invoked by the name of Latin America. Something. Oh man, been a hectic few days. I was heading to Venezuela, but I was not allowed to enter. Woo-hoo.
What country are you from, man?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Born Costa Rica. I'm also half Venezuelan because my father who adopted me was Venezuelan, so I had that a lot of shared. But mainly I was born in San Jose, Costa Rica. I'm part of the Afro-Indigenous culture here. My main tribe is the Biribiri, and well, obviously I have African descendancy in my heritage and in my genetics.
Good for you. I'm Mexican though.
So are you on the Caribbean coast, Costa Rica, or are you on the?
I'm in
Pacific
San
Lake
Jose
Counties.
right
Oh,
now.
it's
I'm
San
in
Jose.
San
Oh, you're in
Jose.
San Jose. Okay.
Yeah,
San
that's
Jose. Okay.
yeah. But
Yeah. I know where you're at. Yeah.
yeah, part of my time I do spend in either Sixaola, Talamanca, if I'm in the Caribbean, or Limon, typically.
Right.
Any of those particular areas, that's where I
Mhm.
spend some other time. And if I'm
Right.
in the Pacific, depends. I could be most of the time spending time in Guanacaste,
Mhm.
either in Nicoya or Nandeyure or any of those places around there. Or if I go more to the south, I spend time in Peninsula de Osa, around
Right.
that area.
Okay. What's up? What's up, man?
Sean
You speak
P.
you speak any indigenous languages?
Yeah, last show actually I showed
That's
part of
what
my
he
language.
came on here talking.
Oh, okay, for sure, family.
Well, that was Spanish, but if I wanted to just come in and say "ewa," that's the informal hello of my people. That's a formal
Right.
hello of my people. If I wanted to be a bit more informal, I would just say "ith." And then if I wanted to ask, for example, how is everybody doing, I would go with SB Kowatichok, which means how are you doing? And if I wanted to answer in my own language, I would say wah, I'm doing wah. And here you can have, I mean, I can post it there. I'm proud of knowing and uh, speaking my language of my people. But here it is. It's this language is actually the family branch of the Chicha.
See that V note? This is a real indigenous person, unlike you.
I'm also indigenous as well.
Yeah, you
Um,
definitely have indigenous. You have indigenous ancestry. You do. That's V note. Don't
and I want you to watch on something. You
V
see the
note
name
West African.
Ditso, the name I use. Ditso actually in the language of my people means um, seed. And here in this example, we're talking about the identity of the seeds. And some of that is extremely, um, this particular book talks about that, the Ditso Roku, which is the identity of the seeds. And the reason I use the name Ditso is because my elders enable me to use that because they told me that one of my works here in this moment is to be a seed that goes into the ground and then allows the flowering and allows the cultivation of knowledge and memory and heritage, etc. So anyhow, that's that's me. Just we.
So Sean P, can you share my video?
What's up? What the video about?
It's about the indigenous sport of Tepok Tepok. It's an ancient Aztec sport. It's really interesting. It's educational too. It's the
Y'all
sport
can't
of
hear me?
Tepok Tepok. Yeah.
Y'all can't hear me?
Yes.
Yo, this so where you go?
What I'm doing, nothing, just waiting.
No. That I was talking to Ditso.
Sorry.
Yo, Ditso.
Uh-huh.
What was the name of the rebellion that was led by those people? You told us the other day.
Uh, the Pablo Presbytery, the rebellion of the
Yeah.
Mohawks, or the rebellion of the Lapas.
Yeah. Who led that rebellion?
That was done by Pablo Presbytery. Actually, there were um, two major people who had direct aspect of the rebellion.
Hmm.
100 years prior to Claudio Perez, another leader, Makiyu, who also led a series of revolutions against the Spaniards on that time frame. Pretty much, revolution started here from the get go. You know, so
So
yeah, many.
why would a revolution need to take place if everybody's indigenous already? What is the revolution about?
The Spaniards, the invasion of the Spaniards.
So was your history reconstructed?
Most of it, no, most of it vanished
Do
fully.
you understand what I mean by reconstruction, right?
Yeah, yeah, I completely understand
No,
what
no,
you mean.
no. I'm saying like here in America, reconstruction is a totally different thing. What I'm saying to you is if they come down there and say none of this shit happened to y'all, it was all made up.
Yeah.
Y'all wasn't here.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one before. Uh, Too many times to count. That type of idea usually comes from North Americans, and especially those who take take this weird sense of identity that erases every other identity and pretty much says we were here before you. Yeah, sure you were. And back to the rebellion. So Reconstruction, in our sense, I know what in the United States Reconstruction and the Reconstruction era, especially one major aspect of Reconstruction that happened after the Civil War, which was horrible and enabled everything that has happened since then. Um, but in the case of Latin America, yeah, there has been attempts of reconstruction, but it also has been resisted by not only the oral traditions in both Afro and Indigenous and combination of thereof, but also because we many of us in the last 200 years have maintained ways of securing our history and disabling as much as we can reconstruction.
That's interesting. So can I ask you a question though? Um, do you face any prejudice from anyone in the U.S. that have like an anti-indigenous or like a indigenous prejudice? Do you face that in the states?
For the past 30 years of my life, yes, systematically and continuously.
That's good to know. That sucks though. The shit that we have to put up through.
Mira, tengo piel de cocodrilo, papi.
Yeah, first is like I don't know, dude. But like first is the white boys, and now we're dealing with this shit,
Caleb.
which is ridiculous. What is it?
All right, so we know that he can provide evidence for his argument, and Jitso was here the last time we dealt with Vino, so he already knows what we're dealing with when it comes to the aspect of that his ignorance.
Yeah, yeah, I remember Vino.
Vino's a loser, man. Just so you know, he's a deadbeat and a loser.
I was yesterday. I was heading back to Venezuela, just so you guys can see this. Hold on, let me see if it's here. Oh, here we go. Let me show this real quickly.
Sure.
There we go. I don't know if you can see it.
We can see it, but it's like very tiny.
That's the passport of the República Venezuela. This is my old passport. It no longer This one was expired a while back. The other one, the newer one, I'm not going to show it, obviously. But the problem with this is that because the socialists that came in, they don't like people like me who have double nationality, because I have this, and this is the old one. Oh, this one's almost dead. That was an old one. Here's the other one. So I couldn't enter Venezuela for the elections. They kicked me out. C'est la vie, man. I know what it is to be. I know what it is to fight against extreme repression.
I agree with you, dude. That shit sucks, dude.
Very much
To be
so.
honest with you, like the country's in a whole dictatorship, is it not?
Huh?
The country of Venezuela has a dictator now, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I can give a whole lesson as to why Venezuela ended up like that and why I'm seeing the United States living a version of what happened to Venezuela prior to the arrival of Chavez right now in its political reality. So the United States is living in its own way the things that Venezuela lived before the fall in the 90s.
We gotta be very wary about that 2025 project, though. It'll be a lot worse than that. Trust me.
Come on, bro. Come on. We ain't getting into that. We ain't getting into that. We ain't getting into that. They ain't gonna make it. Anyway, so where you at, Vino? Tapasis asks, how is Madero a dictator? You want to answer that question? He act like he know who Tapasis is. Look like somebody that's been listening. You're on mute, Ditso. We can't hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Ditso, where you at? Hold on, he ain't right here. He in the
I can
back.
hear you loud and clear.
Oh, there you go,
Okay.
Ditso.
There we go.
My
All right.
my bad.
That's fine. That's fine. So first thing is, it's not Madero. It's Maduro. Maduro, not Madero. Nicolas Maduro. The reason he's currently a dictator is because he was pretty much appointed by Chavez before his death in cancer and has not left power since then. So he's pretty much been in power out of the 30 some odd years that we've been under the power of Chavismo, at least the last 15 approximately. This is why this new elections that are trying to happen today are extremely important. Hopefully, it switches a little bit somebody's opening a zipper. So how is Maduro a dictator? Can somebody mute it?
Yeah, it's me, my bad.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, very simple. So Maduro, following a weird sense of monarchy succession, let's just say that way. When the king died, he became the king because the king said he will become the king. From that point on, everything that had happened with Chavez, with the change of the constitution of '99, to the subrogation of the powers that happened, mainly with the subjugation of the legislative power to the executive power, flooding the legislative power with pretty much Congress people that would only respond to the interest of the executive power, to the subjugation of the judicial power by packing the Supreme Court, packing the courts with judges in favor of Chavismo. Not only that, but we saw the protests, the different protests that had been happening mid of 07, 08. Then we had another protest near the 18th, 17th, 18th. Those two major protests, the violent repression. We've seen that it's been hard for political parties of opposition to even be considered for elections. So not only has he subjugated the three powers of the state, but he has also subjugated the powers of the electoral college. However, the reason we saw with Capriles, now with Machado, it's to show the world that, yeah, look, we hold elections, but we win by 95% of the vote, which is, there's so much to unpack. But just to make it very short and simple, because he's done everything that a dictator does to keep power and hold power. I hope that answers the Pasas conversation. As I heard.
Okay. Oh, there you go. All right, just so I can hear you. You was talking and then it cut out.
Cut out? Okay, where did it cut out?
It might have just been me. No, you good. You answered. He heard you. I think it was
Okay.
me.
What's Robert doing?
What are you talking about?
Robert. I wonder what he's doing.
Who is Robert?
The guy in the,
Oh,
Robert.
Robert? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He came up here, he chilling. He listening.
I'm just
Okay.
chilling. What's up? What's poppin'?
I wonder what's good with you, man.
Yeah, everything's good, my brother. How you?
I'm doing fine.
I was driving, so I'm muted up right now. I'm almost to my destination.
Okay. Take your time, dude. So, Sean P, can you share my video?
No. Hold on.
Why? But
Because
it's
it ain't
relevant.
time for it.
But it's relevant to the conversation.
What's relevant?
About
So as far as I've heard, he's supported by most of the country and made reforms to get ultra-right leaders. I've heard he's for the people, and that's why the judicial reform happened.
Let's not get into that in this moment, but we could do a show talking about why Venezuela ended up like that, what are the circumstances, etc. There are many points that are debatable and that will show how the idea that he's for the people still, even if under the situations of the sanctions, the inflation, etc. It also plays into a lot of the history of Venezuela and things that seem one way, they're actually they're another one. It's a whole conversation. Suffice to say, the Chavismo is out of the population of 28.7 million plus the 8 million exodus that has exited Venezuela within the last 15 years, maybe. The support that Chavismo has is also directly related to local feudalist or feudal controls of different areas that then respond to the internal corruptions. As long as Chavismo maintains that corruption and that benefit for specific leaders within or specific political controlled in different areas, then the support will happen there. And development in itself, infrastructure, how that infrastructure has benefited the lower classes, etc. I don't know if you've ever been to Caracas. I've been there too many times. If you look at Caracas and you look at the surrounding areas of Caracas, there's that ring of poverty that has been there for 100 years or so. That hasn't changed. So we see that the people are still living under poverty conditions, and but they're happy because they get the circus and the bread. Sorry, should not have. Anyhow.
Anyway, man. So tell us how these people are not indigenous to the Americas.
Which people? We're talking about B Note now?
Yeah, in your conversations with the Albos. Look, shit. The shit just lift up. Put it behind the TV. Put the box behind the TV. Pick it back up.
Anyhow, I just wanted to step in and say hello. I'm gonna crash because tomorrow I got a busy day, but hopefully we can make a in-depth
Yeah, I got you.
program. All right, check you out later, everyone. Thank you.
My bad, my whole mic was open. My son over there acting slow, bro. My power cord. Hold this right here. Just hold it. Bro, you're tripping, bro. Go the power cord to this TV. My handle thing get on my TV. I just need to plug. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do some. I gotta plug my TV up. Yep. I'm finna bring you back and hold on. I don't want you breaking the bill, bro. You be doing saying some weird shit. We ain't got time for that. Plug that right here. This fucking TV, bro. That's what I got to TV big in the mug. Yep. Hold on. What hand it gone? Rob banging. Look, man, what y'all want to get into? On the TV right there. Nope, ain't no elbows coming. They scared. When they see me, they run.
Tell your mama.
All right, y'all. Shit. Look like this show over. Nobody want no smoke, bro.
Yeah, ain't nobody want no smoke, man. Y'all done them boys with that information. Y'all brought on them, man. It's over.
Yeah, but go ahead and handle your business, Rod. Well, shit, next time we reconvene, a lot of coincidence will be open early in the morning, man. We'll get to it.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
All right, bro. All right, peace, bro.